Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at Max Mitchell Sports Complex for tonight's Sectional 43 1A sectional opening matchup between the visiting Southwood Knights and your Fremont Eagles. Hi, folks. Drew Kiesbert along with the coach, John Bruni, for this brisk, nippy night of football in the sectional opener. The crowd is galvanized and ready to go. John, what do you have to say about tonight's ball game?
Well, as you know, there's no greater time for a slobber knocker than the sectional, folks. We're here at Max Mitchell Stadium. The Eagles are rocking. They're at the Eagles' Nest tonight, and they're ready to take home their very first sectional championship. It's the goal they've had over the past few years is to get that sectional championship, and the road begins tonight right here, right now.
I love it. I love it. You see the cheerleaders out there, John. They're getting the team pumped up, ready to go. The coach is walking onto the field here. The team out in the middle of the field getting ready. There they are, the Eagles, getting fired up here. We're about 2 minutes before kickoff. Let's just talk a little bit about these two programs. Fremont Eagles 2-7 this year, 1-7 finish in the NECC. The Southwood Knights, though, a little bit of a different story. 6-3 this year compared to last year's 0-7 start on their year. 5-2 in the Three Rivers Conference, and they had a huge victory last week against Wabash, their rivals in Wabash there. Fourth victory in a row, whereas Fremont's lost 4 in a row tonight, John, and it's going to be a big-time struggle for the Eagles on defense if they don't do something right out of the box to stop some big players. Nathan Hollers, Robbie Cole, and Danny Gaff, 3 big-time players for the Knights.
Well, you know, we're here at the Musson Builders pregame show, and, you know, it's definitely a tale of two teams here. Fremont's had so much promise all year and really hasn't had the season that they probably thought they would, but all that will be put away if they can bring home a sectional championship. They played hard all year. It's just that some of the ball bounces haven't gone their way. They haven't gotten some of the breaks they would have liked. But here's the thing. Southwood's coming on a lot of momentum, but here's the thing. Who's hungrier? Sometimes the team that doesn't have momentum is the team that's hungry, the team that comes in and says, I want it more. And so because we're still in pregame here, let's talk a little bit about Coach's Keys. Speaking of that.
Jump right in, John. The Coach's Keys with John Bruni, sponsored by Musson Builders. Old times craftsmanship, new time technology. Give Jack Musson a call at 833-5225. Get him to hook you up with a nice building, structure, house, anything of your desire. So, John, give us some keys tonight for the Eagles.
Well, you know, all year we have been looking forward to this sectional season, and it starts tonight by controlling the line of scrimmage from the very first whistle. You've got to come out, you've got to lay the smack down and have that line of scrimmage. You've got to set the tone early from the first whistle, and that really depends on the line. We're going to take a break here in the pregame show for the national anthem.
USA, USA. All right, we're back, and we're getting ready for kickoff here. John, back to you with some of those keys.
Well, keys, again, controlling line of scrimmage, one of the things I've been looking forward to with this team all this year is we've got a group of hog mollies. We've got some linemen. We've got a senior lineman tonight in Logan Peel, and I'm looking for him to take control on that line of scrimmage. It's going to be huge. And that really sets the tone for the whole game. And then you've got to have physical play. Now, here's one of the things you're going to notice about tonight if you're here in the stands. You can't really know this at home unless you look out the windows. It is cold. And in the cold, you find out who likes to hit, because when you lay some smacks down in the cold, it hurts, man. It's going to do a little snap on there, and you're going to have to do some physical play, because at this time of the year, you find out what teams are made of. And not only as physical play, but the Fremont Eagles have to play as an entire team tonight. They have to play together, not as one person, two person. The team has got to play together every play, every down, 100%. The defense has got to force some turnovers tonight, because as we were talking earlier in the day, it looks like it could be a shootout. You've got two very potent offenses out there, and so if Fremont can stop them with a turnover, that could be the difference in the ball game. And then lastly, they have got to take advantage of playing at home. Now, Dr. K, I can tell you from experience many times, whether it's coach and a player, when you've been in the bus all day long, that makes for a long day, and that can cause you to come out flat. And also in the back of your mind, you're thinking about that long ride home. And so a lot of times guys can check out a little bit during the day and cause them to come out flat, also come out tight because you've been sitting down. There's a thing called bus ears, that noise of the bus all day after long, because the school buses aren't exactly the speediest, most comfy things in the world. So there's the keys to the game. Take advantage of playing at home, force turnovers on defense, play as a team, physical play, control the line of scrimmage, and then we're looking for our offense to get things going early.
All right, and on the other side, we mentioned Nathan Hollers, junior running back, number 22, key on him, 2,033 all-purpose yards this year. He's averaging 225 yards a game. And also 18 solo tackles and 22 assists, plus 3 interceptions on defense. Robbie Cole, 1,557 yards of passing and 18 touchdowns as a quarterback. And Danny Goff is the wide receiver with 657 yards, and there's the kick. So he's a receiver, Goff. We'll see him a little bit later as Fremont takes possession on this opening kickoff. They get out to about the 21, looks like, to start play. So I was just mentioning there as we finish up the Musson Builders pregame show, Danny Goff, 32 receptions, 657 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So they're definitely a high-octane offense, and their strength is in defensive back Nick Rebholz, number 14, another junior, 62 solo tackles to 45 assists and 3 interceptions in the regular season. So you're going to be watching for him, number 14. You can see him near the right side of your screen there, right about the 30-yard line. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling. 1st and 10. Kind of a somber crowd tonight, John, as we get the game started.
Dr. K, right off the bat, Fremont chooses to take a timeout right after that first run. So Beatty had a great run back, and Fremont looked like they were going to start out for a minute like that, no huddle. Then they went to the huddle, and then they called a timeout. I have a feeling we might be seeing a big play on the way right now, Dr. K, because when you take a timeout this early, you must see something in that defense that you like, and you want to talk about it.
That could be, very could be, pulling up a Boise State playbook maybe. We'll see about that. But certainly want to give a big shout-out to the computer station. This broadcast is powered by the computer station. Is your computer sick or injured? Head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. Jim Weber, give him a call, 495-9800. You know old Jim, John. He's awesome.
Yeah, Jim Weber will take care of the web issues for you. Now, he didn't invent the internet, but he's pretty good, pretty close. So, all right, let's see what Fremont's going to come out here in this opening drive. This is going to really set the tone for the ball game, Dr. K. Let's see what Coach Maximchuk has dialed up with this high-powered Fremont offense.
Ooh, look at this. The haymakers. Whoa, we've got ourselves 4 in a bunch on the right and 1 on the left. They're going to throw, it looks like a screen. Nice play. Good, drawn up well. Nate Beatty's got some room, and he gets out for a first down for Fremont. John, I like that play.
I like that. We talked about that timeout. They saw something favorable that they wanted to have there, and that was exactly it. They like that bunch look, and now we're going to the no huddle, which I fully expected to do. You got to pull out every trick in the book tonight, everything, because it's sectional. It's do or die, baby, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, this is it. One of these teams is going home, and they're not playing again. And those seniors on both sides want this win badly. Run up the middle, not much there, about a 1 yard game for Baracum Sock'em Baker. Baker has 261 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground this year, so he's been a great addition, particularly in the second half of the season with his running game.
Yeah, and he's going to be a load, Dr. K, and coming across there in this cold weather. It's going to be banging and bruising and pounding up the middle, and that's a good old-fashioned football like I like to see.
You know, one thing, both these teams are going to feel every bit of that cold tonight every time they get hit or bumped. There goes Beatty. He's got a hole around the corner. He's going to get out to about near the midfield, down at about the 48-yard line. That's another Fremont first down. So Eagles looking really good. 2 first downs in 2 consecutive series.
Yeah, I tell you what, Beatty looks like he is 100% tonight. Just the way that he's running, he really looks like he's running on all cylinders. He is ready. You know, he has worked for a long time for this game, and we're excited to see him looking like he is doing 100% healthy and running on all cylinders. Love to see that.
Haymaker looks. He's going to run it himself, tries to find some blocking. Not much there. It looked like maybe a little miscommunication on the left side of the line there, and that's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up now 2nd and about 13.
I like the call, man, because you got to mix it up. You're doing some things. You know they're going to be keying on Beatty, but like I said, you know, he may still be banged up, but he looks 100%. He looks great tonight so far. Excited to see what's going to happen here. Look at the calls from the sidelines. They're going no huddle. We've got some interesting formation, and you know what? We've got favorable matchups. They don't have everybody covered here. This could be a big play.
Very interesting. Yeah, they have 3 guys on 4. He's going to go long. He's trying to hit, and it's picked off. That's number 22, Nathan Hollers. He's going to bring that out close to midfield, and we have a late flag after the hit. That may be a late hit.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be a late hit or unnecessary roughness. But here's the thing, Dr. K. On that play, what was interesting, and I don't know if Caleb could see it or not, they messed up the coverage on defense. I love the call because you've got 4, and they only chose to cover 4 of the 3. One guy was going to break open. But, again, I think Caleb, you know, he's comfortable in certain receivers right now and getting this look. So, again, it's early in the game, so a lot can happen here. Again, first turnover of the game, but Fremont had a nice little drive going there, Dr. K. I like what I see.
15 yards.
Well, you know, and I'm not sure if Caleb, if the Haymaker kind of already committed to his number 1 receiver is on the far left.
I'm saying I think he kind of had in his mind that's where he was going to throw. I don't think he saw the defensive mismatch there.
Yeah, and if he would have just scanned his head to the right just a little bit, he would have had it. But anyway, here's a run. Hollers is – he's going to – look at this. Quarterback keeper Robbie Cole
on the quarterback
takes a huge run, about 20 yards and a first down. That kid's got some speed.
Yeah, he definitely has some wheels there, and he just got after it. You could hear some smacks. Guys read on different guys, and he was just off to the races. Fremont defense is going to have to batten down the hatches and tighten up here as they're just on the edge of the red zone.
And there goes Hollers. He's got a hole. He's into the secondary. He's got 1 man to beat in the corner, and he's in for the score. And just like that,
touchdown Southwood.
Southwood's game plan was not disrupted, and after just 2 plays, they put it in, and already it's 6-0 Knights.
Well, what can you say about that? That was an outstanding run. You know, obviously I'm a Fremont fan, and I tend to be a homer, but what can you say about that, folks? That was just an outstanding run, and Fremont's going to have to dial up something to stop that potent running game.
Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good.
Two-play drive.
Thompson is good.
So we got a lot of adjustments to make right here, right now.
Well, I'll tell you, John, Nathan Hollers, that puts him up over 1,400 yards rushing on the year. That's his 17th touchdown on the ground. And I'll tell you, the Knights' running game is solid. The passing game's solid. We haven't seen it yet, and I'm sure we'll be seeing it a little bit later. But just want to know, speaking of solid, John, give Chuck's Custom Concrete a call for all your concrete needs. You know Chuck McDowell does a phenomenal job. Whether it's decorative concrete, whether it's concrete with a purpose, you give him a call, 705-8630, 705-8630. Chuck McDowell will help you out.
Yeah, Chuck is the man when it comes to your concrete needs. Do a buddy a solid right there and give Chuck a call.
I like what you did there. Concrete, solid. I like it.
I dig it.
All right.
Well,
here's the thing. We talked about this being a shootout. I fully expect Fremont to answer here, but, eventually somebody's going to have to force a turnover. Southwood did it when it was still 0-0, so Fremont's going to have to go score here and answer. Going to roll in the end zone. It's going to bring it out.
All right, so that will bring it out while we have a moment. Another thanks to a big sponsor, Dave Powers. Powers Automotive, big or small, we do it all. 104 South Baum Street in Fremont, east side of town, right over by the railroad tracks there, across from the shop. Dave Powers will hook you up. 495-3333. That's 495-3333. Fremont will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Now, I tell you, John, even though they certainly look good on offense to get in there, remember, both teams are playing both sides of this ball, and playing defense, if Fremont decides to take the drives out extensive, that could really affect their offense later.
Yep, it definitely keeps their defense out on the field. It's a lot of work. Nice fake pass, but they were not fooled on that, and he is wrestled down there at the 15.
Well, certainly it is, and that's going to bring it back about a yard there on the play. That was Beatty.
I like the fake throw, though. Do you like the fake throw? I love it. I love it.
I like that, too.
Second down.
So 2nd and 11 here, 9:28 to go. Want to give a big shout-out to all those Fremont grads that have been checking us out on Twitter. The General McDowell, Chandler, he's giving his thumbs up. We'll talk about a couple others here in a moment. Uh-oh, ball! And let's see here.
On the field.
It fell out. We had a mishandle of the
You could hear
the give, and it is Southwood's ball. Boy, oh boy. So now all of a sudden the Knights are in great position here. The ball inside the Fremont 20, and it's 7-0 their lead. So Fremont defense, like you said earlier, John, is going to have to batten down the hatches.
Yeah, and here's one of the things right now. I talked about this earlier in the day. You can't afford to get down mentally because things aren't going your way. Right now, you've got to just adjust to this, say, hey, there's a turnover. I got to dig right in and get that ball back. You don't have time to worry about it. You can't let a bad play beat you twice. So you've got to say, hey, that happened. It's over. We're on defense now. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to score.
All right. It's a give to Nathan. That would be Hollers, and he's going to lose his footing a little bit. He's going to go back about 2 or 3 yards. And Brockham Sock'em Baker with the hit. So now we've got 2nd and 12. And the Eagles are going to need a lot more plays like that to get something going. You really like to see a big turnover right about now.
Yeah, this is the point where a turnover can lift your team so much. A big play, something to get momentum going in your favor, turn things around.
This team full of junior starters. And they've looked good the last 4 games, winning 4 in a row. As we mentioned earlier, they're going to have these kids later. There's a pitch out. And it is Hollers again. He's going to be struck down, a gain of about 6.
Hollers carries
so about 3rd and 6 here. Key play.
Hollers is a pretty elusive guy. You think you had him there. I thought, oh, hey, they stopped him, and he just has a little way. He's got some shifty hips and legs there and is able to make some things happen.
He is, you look at him, he's certainly not big in stature, but he is big in heart and big in speed.
Those guys that can laterally shift and still be running downhill, that's the kind of runner you want.
Big key play. Southwood looking for a first down. They're going to throw quick on the slant. And wait, let's see. They're going to call it a completed pass. Wow. And the official who was behind the receiver calls it complete. I'm shocked a little bit about that one. I don't know. He might have caught it, but I'm not sure he was in great position to make that call.
No, from the angle we were at, I'm not sure he had control of that. But again, this isn't the NFL too, so.
That's true. Here's number 10, and that's Robbie Cole, and he is brought down really close to the goal line. At the 1, they're going to say there. Good gracious.
Oh, inside the 5. So we're back a little bit. This is where you got to make a goal line stand. This can do a lot for a team. Lift your team up. You got to sell out right here. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw. Complete.
That's a quick slant. He hits number 85, Jackson Blair,
Foles pass
and that is a
to
touchdown
Jackson
on
Blair
a
for the touchdown.
2-yard touchdown slant there for Southwood. They take a 13-0 lead early in this ball game. John, I'm kind of shocked so far as how quickly Southwood has been able to come out and just run their game plan right away.
It's been quick strike offense. I was not expecting that at all.
Point.
And the extra point's going to be good. It's going to be 14-0. Right now, if you're a Fremont Eagle, you can't panic. You can't have time to get down. You've got to go and focus on one drive at a time. Let's climb the mountain right now. You're only down by 2 scores. All you got to do is get that ball, drive it down the field, keep their defense on the field. A lot can still happen. No panic. It's way too early. Make adjustments, dig in, keep your goals in line, and let's get a score.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Fremont Eagles football on FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors and my defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do, never know how. Never know how.
And we have the kickback. Oops, sorry, folks. Had a wrong graphic up there. And we missed just the front end of that kickoff there, but the ball.
That's a touchback.
That is a touchback. Boy, just inside, yeah.
It almost got knocked into the 1 yard line, so we got a great break there. Going to get the ball right here. Nice time for a big, long drive. I would not be surprised for Fremont to try some plays that we haven't seen all year right now.
Yeah, I know one thing about Coach Maximchuk is he likes to dial up a little trickeration at times here.
Love it.
Let's see what we have in store. Once again,
now they have the coverage this time. They've adjusted. Last time they didn't have that coverage. They were missing a guy. So let's see what happens here.
I would imagine that Hayes got also directed it. There we go. And he's trying to hit. And, disrupted the play there. And that's going to be a fall. Incompletion there. But, I think Hayes also was trying to adjust here. And the coach is probably saying, you need to look both ways. Don't just look one way when you throw the ball. And but I like the idea. I like the idea of having a screen and having blockers right up front already kind of set for you. So we'll see how they set up here. Looks like they're going 3 wide receivers on this set. They're going to have Haymaker in the backfield here. He takes a snap. It's a give to Brockham Sockham. He's got a hole. He's got a block. He's going to turn the corner, and he's finally wrestled out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, and that's a first down for the Eagles. Nice job.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to say something about, we talked about the coverage mismatch on defense. It's easy for us up here to say that, that coverage is a mismatch, but Hayes is looking at it from a totally different perspective. You're looking through linemen, you're looking downfield. It's a totally different perspective than you're seeing on TV and on the field. It's much more difficult to be a quarterback than it is to sit up here in the stands and say, look what I see. So, I want to defend him there. That was an excellent play. Fremont's got a little mojo going.
And we've got a kind of a pile up there. A lot of Knights ready to stop Beatty, and that's going to be, I think with forward progress, going to be right about the same place he was. Maybe a short loss here. So it brings up second and 11.
Second down and 11.
6:40 to go. Just want to thank another sponsor, Submit Strength, home of premium quality strength equipment. Check out Submit Strength at submitstrength.com.
Yeah, Submit Strength. You check out that book, Neuromass, on there, too. Okay, he's going to drop back. There's the pass, but it is broken up there, folks.
Middle screen.
Yeah, that was a quick play. The defense was in his face from the get-go, and it disrupted the Eagles' attempt there. But I tell you what, you saw 4 defenders running in, and if Hayes is able to squeak that past his arm instead of getting a hit knocked down, that makes it about 8 on 4, and I think Fremont's taking it to the house, but it just wasn't meant to be on that play. Here we go, 3rd and 11. We've got trips left. Hayes looking left. He's going to throw, and he overthrows the Fremont receiver. I'm not sure at this moment who that was.
Pass is incomplete. 4th down and long for the
Eagles. Looks like 33, so we're going to bring out the 4th down unit.
We're going to see Mr. Beatty, some Beatty juice, put it on the ball here, looking for a big punt here, Dr. K. I think it's probably way too early to risk anything in this territory. So I think we're going to see a big punt from Nate. Hopefully we can down it right inside the 1-yard line and pin them back, get a safety, make something happen. We're looking for anything positive right now.
All right. So here we go. It's a fake, and the ball is hit, and it's picked off and run down, and Southwood is going to be inside the 20. And boy, oh boy, I like the thought process of running a fake here. But, it just wasn't meant to be. The ball knocked down by the big man, and he brings it back down. Now all of a sudden Fremont has their backs against the wall again.
Yeah, that is just a heartbreaking play there, because if it works, it's going to be huge. If it doesn't, you, again, let momentum slip over to Southwood. But, what would put some momentum here is to have a big stand or a big turnover of our own. We've got some guys out that are very capable of doing it, so we're looking for a big turnover. There's the give to Cole. He tries to shake and bake, but he is brought down, folks.
Cole on the carry.
Yep, nice.
Excuse me, Hallows on the carry.
Oh, Hollers got it. So that was Hollers. So he has a short gain, maybe a yard on the play.
Gain of a yard on the play.
And
Second down and 9 for the Knights.
Fremont cheerleading squad trying to get the crowd fired up here. 2nd and 9.
I think it's Beatty Juice time, folks. I think it's time for Beatty Juice to get that ball here, folks. I'm looking for him to get a big run here.
We haven't seen a whole lot from Robbie Cole, and sure enough, he's going to try to find the corner, and it's overthrown out of bounds.
Incomplete.
Intended for number 7. There's Danny Goff. We mentioned him a moment ago. 32 receptions, 657 yards, and 8 touchdowns this year. So his favorite target for sure.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We've got Nate Beatty, and as I was talking about Beatty Juice going deep on the ball, I'm looking for him to get a pick tonight, get a nice run out of it, something happen. This is a chance for him to stand up here on defense. So when I say it's Beatty Juice time, people don't realize he plays both sides of the ball, and I'm looking for him to get an INT tonight, folks. I really did think he could back in that, because you can tell they want to throw the ball. They love to throw the ball.
And they're going to call encroachment there. So apparently it was the cadence draws the Eagles off, and now all of a sudden Southwood has 3rd and short, and they are about 12 yards away from the end zone for another score. The Eagles really need to pin their ears back here and make something happen. You can't just wait. Yeah, you can't wait for things to happen. You got to do something.
One of these guys can get a pick. They're going to be thrown in the end zone here. It's time for one of these guys to step up and get a pick.
And there's Hollers trying to turn the corner. He slips and falls down, and that's going to make it
Hallows carries the ball.
4th down. Now, I tell you, it looks like they're bringing out their kicking unit. Their kicker, Hobson, John, was kicking them easily from 30 yards away. Now, for high school, 30 yards away is a tough kick to make, and he is about 31 yards away on this kick. So let's see how he does.
Yeah, this could be a big point play. This is a chance to get a block, do something here. We've got some guys that are great on offense and defense, and it is good.
It's good. Well, that's going to make the score 17-0 with just about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're watching Fremont Eagles football on FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
I thought they'd throw it. I couldn't believe they ran it right there. I really was surprised. It worked out to our advantage. But now Fremont's, again, the good news is they didn't score a touchdown. So the door's open. And like I said, I was hoping Nate would get it done on defense there, but let's get it done on offense. Let's see Nate run one back here, folks.
For all intents and purposes, Fremont is only down by 2 touchdowns. So they have the opportunity here and make some big plays. Here comes Rabel. And he tries to break through. I like the tenacity of Rabel. Rabel trying to get through there, and he brings a nice return out near the 30-yard line, the 200-yard state qualifier.
Yeah, and that's 2 other offensive weapons I haven't talked a lot about tonight. We've got Zach Rabel, who is capable of taking one back to the house at any time, and also the Brock of Gibraltar. He's already had some good big runs tonight. We've got to get our offensive weapons going, and folks, like I already mentioned, these kids are not just good on offense. These are the same guys that can be back on defense and really get a turnover and make something happen. So let's look at here what we're going to do.
All right, the haymaker looking over the defense. We've got some motion there. That's a give, and that's number – I didn't quite catch the license number on that one there. Let's see if they got it upstairs. think they're still checking themselves here. I think was it 23? I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of puzzlement on the. If they don't,
we're not going to know it. If they don't know it in the box, folks, we're not going to know it here outside the box.
Well, let's see. Unknown roster player, yeah. Somebody with a 5th year of eligibility, I think. Oh, trying to slant. Oh, through behind Leskowiak. And Leskowiak is back in action. He had to sit out last week, but he is back in now, and that's a good sign for this Fremont receiver core because he definitely has some talent. Number 3, but Hayes threw behind him, unfortunately, on that play.
Yeah, and Leskowiak's got to be hungry. All these guys, I mean, they're really hungry. They want to see something happen. One of these players is going to break loose, whether it's Beatty, Leskowiak, whether it's Rabel. Something's going to happen on this big play right here. Haymaker drops back. He passes. He's open. Oh! Interception.
And that's another pick by that Southwood defense.
Schlemmer.
That would be Schlemmer on the pick. So now Southwood, the thing is, at this point in the game, it looks like a little bit of butterflies, a little bit of nervousness here. You're down, by 17 points, and this is definitely not a time. We're still in the first quarter. Not a time to lose your head a little bit there.
No, you got to keep focused, and you've got to take it one play at a time. That's what I said. 100% every play, mental focus, no mental errors. Dial in every play. So let's look and see if we can get Brock, if we can get Nate, somebody get an INT, something happen here. But here's the run, and that's going to be Holler, I think, and he is going to be off to the races, shake and bake. He's going to rumble on into the end zone, folks.
And that is a 45-yard touchdown run by Nathan Hollers. And I tell you what, there were 3 or 4 Fremont Eagles that had their hands on him. I tell you what, greased pig, that's for sure. This kid just broke through those tackles. But let's see what the man in the white hat has to say here.
I'm hoping for a hold here, folks.
With this unbiased IHSAA broadcast.
I forgot. This is IHSA, so we are unbiased. I hope that it's a fair game. It's a good game.
Absolutely.
I forgot. I'm not allowed to say it in a second. It's coming back, though, peoples. It's coming back.
Oh, so let's see.
Back.
Got some fans really close to us saying march it back.
Saying march it back.
Sounds like somebody, but it's not. It's not. All right, let's see. Let's see what the man in the white hat has to say here.
Crowd goes wild. IHSA
personal
rules,
foul.
Southwood.
Oh, wow, interesting. So the personal foul is going to keep them from the end zone, and that may come back to bite Southwood later, and that needs to be a big rally for Fremont here. We do have a timeout. Let's see. Well, do we have a timeout?
And you can hear
timeout,
the
charge to Fremont.
Personal
foul penalty is going to move the ball back to the 25-yard line, and that's where Southwood will have
Okay, Southwood will have it 1st and 10. Okay, well,
you can hear the coach all over here disciplining that personal foul. And that's good because you want your kids to play smart. You don't want to do mental mistakes can kill you. As Fremont, they've got to be excited about that. They just caught a huge break.
Yeah, they did, and that's definitely one thing. The coach doing a great job of saying, hey, look, we don't accept that kind of play. Maybe you need to sit for 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that philosophy.
All right, so we have a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here. I want to give a huge thanks to the computer station. Is yours computer sick or injured? Head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street. Give Jim Weber a call, 495-9800. And, folks, I also got to let you know, too, just a little side note, Jim Weber, as many of you know in the area, great musician. Jim Weber, JimWeberAcoustic.com. He's got a new album coming out the first part of November, so check that out.
Absolutely. Well, Musson and the pregame built the foundation for the show. The show is powered by the computer station, and then a little bit later we're going to be seeing some other excitement. Here goes a big pass. He's wide open, folks, but overthrew him.
He overthrew Danny Goff, his #1 receiver, and roughed up a little bit as Cole at the end of that play. Brock'em Sock'em gives him a little what for there.
Hey, that's all right. You got to be physical play. That's what we like to see, folks.
Gamesmanship,
getting his head a little bit. You got to do that.
All right, Southwood definitely has a few big hosses of their own right up front, number 50, 53, 66. Some big boys up front there giving some protection, but Brocky got through on that last one. He's going to throw out to the side there, and that is Goff, and he's going to have a first down and more before he's run out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 now, maybe 1st and goal even for the Knights. Let's see. Okay, so we're saying inside the 10, so that's a goal to go.
Well, again, that costly penalty, but hasn't slowed Southwood down in this drive at all, folks. The Eagles have got to really make some adjustments here. And there he goes again. He's going to be into the house.
And
Touchdown,
Nathan Hollers
Southwood.
Making it look easy.
22,
He
Hollers
had
in the
that
end zone.
45-yard run called back with a penalty, and he's able to put it in on a 9.5-yard scamper. And so now it is 23-0, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter yet. This is something Fremont is going to have to get and sit down with their players and say, look, this is unacceptable. We've got to make some big changes.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to step up somehow, some way. You know,
Extra
things
point
aren't
is good.
going your way, but that's what life's about. You know, you're going to have adversity, and this is a chance to step up and say, I got to make something happen, whether it's offensive or defensive. Wherever I'm at, I got to make something happen. That might be, hey, I've got to get a pick. That might be, hey, I have to really put my shoulder down and get an extra yard and you know, whatever you've got to do, you've got to put your body on the line, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm saying, hey, you know, you want to leave it all on the field, folks. You don't want to say, hey, I had a little bit extra, I held back. You want nothing left in the tank when you finish this game, and I know that's what these Fremont players are going to do, and I know that's what Southwood will do. Nothing left in the tank, leave it all on the field, boys.
Well, we have before we get to the kickoff, once again, I want to give a big thanks to Musson Builders, old-time craftsmanship, new-time technology. Give Jack Musson a ring, 833-5225, 833-5225, that is. And Musson Builders takes care of it all for you construction-wise. Give Jack a call. Here comes the kick by Hobson from the 40. And for Beatty at the 8, he's going to take it, tries to find some blocking, and he is shoved out of bounds at about the 26-27-yard line. First and 10.
Line.
Also want to give a big shout-out again to Chuck's Custom Concrete for all your concrete needs. Give Chuck McDowell a ring, 705-8630, 705-8630.
Now I want to clarify for the IHSA audience out there that, you know, when I talk about putting your body on the line, I'm not saying look for an injury or try to get injured. What I'm saying is you've got to use everything that is within you. You've got to dig deep. A dig deep is a better phrase because you got to find that intestinal fortitude and dig deep and say, whatever it takes, I'm going to make something happen. Wherever it is, I've got to go beyond my limits, and that's what we want to see tonight.
Yeah, it's about sacrificing for your teammates, not necessarily doing silly things and getting hurt. Here's a throw out. It's going to be complete and run out of bounds after a short gain. Nice big hit. And that was Goff on defense on that play. 35 with the reception there.
But we're moving the ball, Dr. K, and this has kind of been the area where we've kind of got things rolling up here towards midfield, and that's where we've kind of been self-destructing. So let's get things. I think if we could just get the ball in the red zone, get a score, we get some confidence, get a win under our belt, that little battle, things will start to turn our way.
Well, that's a 2nd and 5 after the Braxton Baker reception. Looking to throw is Hayes. Oh, no, he's going to take it himself. He's got a hole. Nice job, Haymaker. First down. Good eyes on that play. And he had a wide-open chasm in front of him as the receivers were well covered.
Yeah, he is mobile, agile, and guess what, folks? He's got a first down. Great job by the Haymaker.
Mobile, agile, freestyle.
Oh, he freestyled.
Oh, there we go. 1st and 10. Haymaker looking, and it's going to be picked off. Beatty did not see the throw, and he's going to take it down the sideline. That is Hollers in for the score. But we do have a flag way back at the 38-yard line, and we have a downed Eagle. He is in some pain.
And the touchdown, but once again, we have a penalty marker on the field.
Is that Beatty?
35-yard line.
No, that's not Beatty. That is that may be LaRose.
I think that's LaRose.
Yeah, I think it is LaRose. He was shaken up, must have taken a big stick.
It's going to be a hold, folks. Bring it back. I think it's going to be a hold. You can hear the Southwood crowd disagrees there, but personal foul.
I'm wondering if that may have been helmet to helmet because he had his bell rung.
And that's something they're really trying to focus on this year is the helmet-to-helmet contact. At the beginning of the year, they have meetings with the officials, and they talk about points of emphasis, and that is one of the points of emphasis this year is helmet-to-helmet. That is going to be costly, folks. It's a turnover, but Fremont really has a chance to do something here. So hopefully make a turnover of our own right here. One of these big guys in the secondary, Logan Peel tonight. It'd be nice to see him get something. He's usually got a nose for the ball. Make something happen here, boys.
That's the thing, like you were mentioning earlier, John, so many of these players are in their senior year, and you don't want your season to end tonight on your home field. You want to go out and give it 115% if that's what's necessary in order to win the game. Right now, Fremont in quite a hole, but we're still very early in this game. Lots of time here. It's going to be a throw, and nice, busted up there. Nice job. Broken up.
Pass is incomplete.
That was
Second down and
exactly
10.
what we were talking about, Dr. K. There is make something happen. Get a pick. Put your body up there. Make something happen. Tip it. Do something out of the ordinary to get some kind of momentum for your team. Give your team a lift. You want those helmets on the sideline to be up. You want the attitude to be up. So you're trying to do anything to get momentum right now.
All right, and so they're looking pass possibly on this play. No, they're going to give it to Hollers. He's going to try to get up the middle, which has not been very effective this year for offensive teams to run right up the middle. But Holler gets about 3 yards, and now we've got ourselves a 3rd and 7. I should say the Knights have themselves a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, this is going to be a big play here. They like to throw. You got to be looking for the throw. But then, Hollers is such a weapon here. Again, he's just able to laterally move and groove while still looking downhill. So this is going to be a huge 3rd down play. This would be a huge boost if Fremont can stop him right here on 3rd down. The crowd's coming alive.
3rd and 7. Cole is going to look to throw. He's got some time. He's going to hit. Wide open is number 86, Jake Lloyd, and he's going to be wrestled down by several Eagles, but it's enough for a 1st down. Yeah, they were trying to strip the ball, trying to make something happen. That's what I like to see, but that is a 1st down for the Southwood Knights.
Anything you can do, get a strip, put your helmet on the ball, whatever you got to do, and that's exactly what's happening. They got the pass, you couldn't do anything about that, but I like the guys who are being aggressive trying to strip. To be unbiased here, nice play by Southwood.
1st and 10 for the Knights. 4 wide receivers. He's going to look. He's got some time, and he's going to be hit. And, almost taken by number 84, but Cole got hurried and hit by a couple Eagles, including number 50, Brad Owen, with a nice stick.
Yeah, and you can lay some licks on the quarterback. What that does is later on in the game, he starts to hear footsteps, okay? So you can kind of get in his head that way. You want to get to the quarterback as much as you can legally.
2nd and 10. Cole has, again, 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. And he's going to take it himself. He's got some room. He's into the secondary, and the ball comes out.
Ball's loose on the field.
And did that happen to pop right back into his hand? Oh, my goodness. Let's see.
We're going to see, folks. There's a little wrestling going on down there.
No, he got it back. Boy, oh, boy.
Southwood.
I'll tell you what, John. It seems like just about
all
year long, whenever the opposing team fumbles the ball, it happens somehow to pop right back just to get the right bounce. And, boy, the Eagles could have used that one.
Yeah, when things are going your way, they're going your way. But, hey, you know what? That shows they're vulnerable. They'll fumble. They've gotten set. There's things that can happen. You can break them just as easy as they've been trying to break you.
So it's going to be a fake give. It's going to be a throw out to the side. That's number 85, Jackson Blair. And let's see, where they mark it. Ooh, real close to a 1st down.
Blair, who's going to be knocked out of bounds.
That may be a 2nd and very short.
Looks like the ball's
Dr. K, it's still a minute and 18 seconds left in the 1st quarter.
There's
a lot of football left to be played here, folks.
This is a very slow-moving game here thus far. A lot of passing, a lot of incompletes, a lot of out-of-bounds runs and hits. And he's going to run. He's got some room. He's going to throw into the end zone and tipped. And is it picked? It is a pick. pick,
Pass is
and
intercepted
Fremont
by
gets it
Fremont.
on the interception.
Lascaliak
Number
with the
3, Hunter
interception for the
Lascaliak
Eagles.
with the interception in the end zone, and that's just what the doctor ordered.
Just what Fremont needed. We talked about some kind of big play. Somebody had to make something happen, and that's exactly what we saw. Lascaliak comes with a big pick, stopping that big drive by the Southwood Knights. Fantastic job for your Fremont Eagles. Now that Fremont offense comes out, and they're looking again to let those weapons of mass scoring to get unleashed right now. So let's unleash those babies. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20.
1:11 left in the first quarter. Haymaker takes it. It's going to be a give. Has a blocker is number 11.
Beatty carries the ball
And
for the
Beatty
Eagles.
Juice is going to
Tackled
have
at the
about a 3 to 4
23-yard
yard
line,
gain.
3 on the play.
And we're under 1 minute in this ball game.
Smith makes the stop
John,
for
at
the
game
Knights,
time,
second down and 7.
it was 37 degrees and partly cloudy, but I'll tell you, it's not even the end of the first quarter yet, and it's definitely below freezing out here.
Yeah, it's cold. No, the bad news is Fremont's down by 24. The good news is it could be a lot worse. They've had some stops. They've got some good calls. Some things have gone their way. And now maybe we can get momentum shifting our way. Come on, Mr. Momentum. Let's go with the Eagle side a little bit.
Well, you know, Southwood has been vulnerable. They have lost a few games this year by some pretty big margins. So let's see here. Another run there, but Fremont's definitely going to have to turn on the
carries
juice.
the ball for
Now,
the
the good
Eagles.
news here,
Tackled
as
by
I'm sure we're going to go to
Jones.
quarter here,
Gain of
the good
2
news
on
is
the
that
play.
Fremont has 3 quarters left, and if their defense
Third down and 5.
can shut Southwood down from this point forward, next thing you know, you just chew your way back a little bit, you know, 3 scores. Next thing you know, it's a 3-point ball game, and Fremont's right back in this thing. So just, you know, you eat an elephant one bite at a time, as they say. There's a throw. Oh, although a little bit short.
Hayes'
They
pass
did
is
run one
incomplete,
last play
and
before the
that'll bring
quarter,
up
but that
4th
is
down and 5
the end
for
of the first
Eagles.
quarter. You're watching Fremont Eagles football, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
And we are back. Powers Automotive, sponsors of our post-game show, big or small, we do it all. Dave Powers at 104 South Baum Street. Give him a call, 495-3333. If your vehicle is rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling, you need to get it in to see Dave because he will take care of it.
Yeah, Powers is powerful when it comes to automotive repair.
Gotta love it. And, you know, when you know, his shop is over on the east side of town, right over by the railroad tracks, across from the shop on South Baum Street. And I tell you what, he does some
Beatty
great
in the punt for the
work.
Eagles.
And here is the snap. It's going to over his head. Beatty's going to try to get through and punt it away. And he does. He gets it, but it's tipped.
But you know what? That's going to be a penalty for running the kicker.
We have a
It's going
flag.
to be against
Ball's
them for
out
running
at
into the punter.
40-yard line.
He is hurting for certain. But I tell you what, I have to give big applause for him. It is going to be a rough, and that's a huge play for the Eagles. Turns something that looked really, really in a tough situation, turns it very positive for Fremont. But I tell you what, at the expense of number 11,
Personal foul.
who's already
Roughing the kicker
banged up
against
in this game and
Southwood.
taken a couple big hits tonight. He is really hurting. He's down. He may have to come out of play. I don't know if they're gonna get him out, but he is really, really, and I love the tenacity of the kid trying to stay in the game. But boy, he's really struggling right now.
And the Southwood crowd is really up in arms, folks, about the calls here. You can hear them all the way over here on the Fremont sideline. So looks like the referee and the coaches look like they're having some
After the
discussions there,
personal
maybe.
foul, the ball
Oh, that
was
was a
fired
chain
at
gang
the
just
40-yard
walking.
line, and Fremont
But
will have first
I
down
tell
and
you
10.
what, Southwood is shooting themselves in the foot, folks.
Yeah, that was definitely something they didn't want to do. They had every opportunity.
reason for it.
Yeah, no reason for it. Had every opportunity to make something happen big right there after a miscue by Fremont. But you know what? Fremont hasn't had many of those go their way this year, so we'll take it when we can get it. 1st and 10 on our own 40 after the penalty. And Brock'em Sock'em back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, you know. The fans on the other side, John, trying to rally this night defense here and try to empower them here after that penalty that they thought was not justified.
But, you know, they did. I mean, that's a mental error. There was just no reason for it, you know. But we'll take it. The sad news is that, you know, it really looked like it hurt Beatty quite a bit. But he's just a tough kid. He's going to shake that off. And, you know, this is his big game, the road to the sectional championship, and, you know, it's going to be hard for him to come out.
And that's the thing. Any of these seniors, it's going to be really hard for them to come out of this game. You want to take it all the way to the buzzer. There's a run, and he is going to be hit. Oh, whoa. Wow, and no flag. Surprising that there's no flag on the play. My goodness, with the WWF slam there.
I thought that was what you call unnecessary roughness. I like to see a good hit, but then when you throw them to the ground, I know the NFL's really been calling that this year. So that was interesting, but maybe they felt, you know, again, with the calls they've had that.
Little Tito Santana move there or something or another. Well, here goes a throw, breaks through, and incomplete, and Hayes takes a huge hit. Goodness gracious. I tell you what, John,
down in 16.
the Southwood defense is really, really angered and frustrated, and they're trying to step up and make something happen after what they thought was an unjust penalty.
Yeah, and let me tell you, one of the keys to the game was control the line of scrimmage, and really right now Southwood is just being able to have all access to the backfield, and so the defense or the offensive line's got to really tighten down. And I know they're capable. We've got a great line. Look at this formation here.
4th down.
He's going to punt, but they had a.
And it goes straight up. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was straight up
and
there,
and it went to the 44-yard line. So Southwood is going to have decent field position here to start their next drive. You know, John, Fremont definitely has some trouble with timing here on or getting Hayes some time here. You know, they have Logan Peel, who's hurt, but he's in the game. Cole Applegate looked like he wasn't going to be, and they decided earlier today to go ahead and play him. So he was also kind of a game time decision or game day decision. And then Zach Merrick is out tonight, which definitely hurts the Fremont team here. It's something you want to get all your linemen healthy and ready to play, but there's a few holes there that's kind of losing Hayes some time. Well, let's see here. 1st and 10, and we've got to play. It's a screen. Nice play, and Fremont bit on it, and he is going to take it down to the 10, and finally, no, he's going to get across it for a touchdown. My goodness.
He put his shoulder
down. Wow.
He's a little guy, but he put his shoulder down and just drilled somebody to get across the line. I was shocked at that.
44-yard screen play. I tell you what, we saw it developing from right up here. 4 linemen bit on it, and you know what? They took it to the house.
I always tell, you know, as a coach, if on defensive line, if you get across easy, if you feel like you didn't get touched, there's a reason why. You know, so look alive. And, you know, that was just a great play. You know, folks, sometimes you just – even though, you know, again, obviously the Fremont fans, they're rooting for Fremont, Southwood's rooting for Southwood. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat and say that's a good call and a good run, and you have to tip your cap there and say that was a nice play call and certainly an outstanding run there. When he thought he was down, he puts his shoulder down and drills his way. He's not a big guy, folks, and drilled his way into the end zone.
Well, we're going to take a short break with 10:10 left before halftime. Your score 31-0. We'll take a break. FremontEaglesFootball.com. The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net. Remember to give Jim Weber a call, Computer Station. If your computer is sick or injured, head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street. Jim Weber, 495-9800, West Toledo, right across from Gaze in Fremont. And here's the kick by Hobson. Heck of a leg here. He does. And that's Rabel takes it from the 9. but he gets out to the 22-yard line. So
returns
the
kickoff across the
Eichler. Sorry about that. I thought it was Hrebel as well.
Ball makes
First and 10 for the Eagles. 10:04 left.
Yeah, we're still got plenty of time before the half, folks. It has been a very slow clock game, if you know what I'm saying here. It's with all the passing, with all the getting out of bounds and all the scoring. I tell you what, it is still second quarter and just in its infancy.
Southwood last season started 0-7, won 3 in a row, including beating Fremont in the opener of the sectional. This year, turned it around 6-3, short run by the Eagles. Turned around to go 6-3, have won 4 in a row, and well on their way to a 5th here, although there is plenty of time left. But the Eagles are going to have to get something. They're going to have to manufacture something in quick fashion here if they're going to have some hopes to turn this around. They're going to take a huddle here, the Eagles are, and talk a little bit about this, try to figure out what can we do here against this Knight defense to make something happen now.
Yeah, did you notice on the punt formation they had a setup that they still could have done something if it opened up? So Fremont's definitely doing everything they can do. They're pulling out all the stops here, and I love it.
Yeah, open up that playbook. That's what I like to see. Beatty squeezes around. Wow, nice move. And wow, nice move. That's the Nate Beatty that we know and love here for the Eagles, a guy that makes something out of nothing and turns it into a first down. I love it.
I love it. You know what? That was a shoestring tackle. He got second level. One guy to beat after that, he would have had reservations for 6 folks, and that would have been such a lift. But you know what? The great thing, it's a first down. So here we go.
Indeed, here we go. The clock is moving, 9:09, and no wind at this point. There's about 12, 15 miles an hour just before the kickoff here, but the sun's gone down. It is dead wind. And so let's see how he's going to throw the ball down the middle. Almost hit Brock'em Sock'em Baker, who had daylight in front of him, but just did not get to where it needed to be in terms of that target there.
Yeah, the good news is if you're Fremont, you look, hey, we're down, but, hey, we got all these openings. We're just a hair away from scoring play after play after play. So that has got to give a lift right now to the sideline and say, man, hey, we can get wide open on these guys. They're beatable.
Yeah. Indeed, 2nd and 10. And, Southwood has certainly shown some shades of some cracks in the armor here for the Knights. And the Eagles just have to take advantage of some of those here as the game progresses. Let's see if they can do it here. Not on this play. A big stop by the defense. That's going to be a loss of about 3. So now we've got ourselves
for Southwood
a
third down and 12.
That'll be 3rd and 12 with 8:37 and counting. They're going to bring they give the play and the haymaker from Coach Mo Field.
One of the things I like, both sides, no matter whether who's on offense, who's on defense, I love to hear the pad smacking tonight. There's a lot of effort out there, folks. Don't let the score fool you. It's not an effort thing. It's just that, they've had some great plays.
Yeah, that's for sure. Southwood certainly executing their game plan very well. And right there, we have ourselves a miscommunication. And the snap, the ball was hit. That's Ryan Sickling, who's number 33. That's the mystery number we couldn't figure out from earlier.
That's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Eagles.
But Sickling was running through, and the ball was snapped right into him as he was in motion. So now we've got 4th down. So Beatty is going to be back to punt here, I would assume. Let's see.
We had that formation last time that, hey, and you've got guys. Look at the formation. They've got guys getting open. So you never know.
Here's a kick, and it's a good one, and the defender's not going to take it. It's going to be inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line, so nice job with 7:30 left before halftime.
Nice job. Give them a long field to work with. That's what you want there, folks.
All right, we're going to keep it here, but we are going to give some big shout-outs to some of our sponsors for Fremont Eagles Football and FremontEaglesFootball.com. Want to give a big shout-out to Chuck's Custom Concrete for all your concrete needs. Give Chuck McDowell a call, 705-8630. That's 705-8630. The what would we call if we have Chandler McDowell as the general? What do we say Chuck is? Is he the commandant, the commander in chief? What do we say?
He's the 4-star general.
Oh, I like it. Four-star general. Here's the first play from scrimmage.
Hollers carries the ball.
Short gain on the
Southwood.
play.
Chandler's
He's
general
gonna be hit
junior.
after
He's
short
junior
gain.
general, but Chuck senior,
Baker
he's the
makes a
4-star
tackle.
baby. And not forget
Second down
our
and
other
7.
sponsor, Beams Funeral Home. I tell you what, if you ever have that crisis in your life that nobody wants to have, nobody to better serve you than Beams.
Yeah, they celebrate life with dignity. 200 West Toledo Street in Fremont, 495-2915. That's Beams Funeral Home. Ran an ad for them earlier, and I'll be running several more for this game. We really appreciate the sponsorship from Beams Uptown. So here is the third down play. Big defensive play here. Let's see if they can rattle him. He's got an open receiver downfield. And it's going to be, and it's definitely, yeah, that's definitely a pass interference because
Southwood
he
pass
did
is
not
incomplete.
go for
Well,
the
we have
ball.
penalty
He
markers on the
went
field.
for the receiver, and that's a no-no. And that's definitely going to be a pass interference.
That's just an instinct thing as a high school football player. You know, you're going to do that. So, big bummer there. But, hey, you know, Fremont's still in it. So,
Well, here's the thing. In high school, if
it's
there's
only
anything,
15
I was going to say, if there's such a thing as a good penalty, that is one, because if he catches that ball, he's either at the 45 of Fremont or taking it to the house. Instead, it's a 15-yarder, and it's going to be a first down automatically, but it's going to be still deep in their own territory. And so I would certainly say in that case,
Pass interference
good
call.
penalty
We'll move the
quotes
ball
around the
out
good.
to the
yeah, it's only 15 yards in high
36-yard
school, so that's a totally
For
different
Southwood,
story, you know.
first down and
But
10.
again, Southwood, they've got to get on that quarterback. He's had too much time to throw there, definitely.
Yeah, those big hosses. You know, one thing I've noticed about the front five for the Knights is that they have some quickness, and that's been to the detriment of the Eagles trying to squeeze through and get to big number 10, Robbie Cole. Broken play. Fremont, did they fall onto it?
Ball's loose on
He's
the
going to
field.
pick it up. He may take it to the house, and he is in. Fremont defensive touchdown.
Fremont.
Wow.
You got an injury. You've got a Southwood guy down. You've got a momentum breaker. That is a crazy play, just what Fremont needed. I tell you what, we talked about making something happen. That's what needed to happen, and look at Fremont's on the board, and this crowd's going wild.
6 big points for the Eagles right now, just what the doctor ordered.
Climbing the mountain, folks. Eating the elephant one bite at a time. That's what happened. Hey, the Eagles sprinting up and down with a flag. It's pandemonium here, folks.
And that's the bottom line. Woo!
Nice Ric Flair's in the house also. Ric
Jake
Flair in the
Kellerman
booth.
to attempt the extra point for the Eagles.
And a big scoop and score by the Eagles. And here's the kick. It's up, and it is good.
It's good.
And so with 6:31 left before halftime, Fremont on the board with the scoop and score. Your score, 31-7. We'll be back at FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
All right, we are back. A couple ads from a couple great sponsors, Beams Funeral Home and Powers Automotive. Thanks again. Beams, celebrating lives with dignity on West Toledo Street, and Powers, big and small, we do it all on South Baum Street, both in Fremont. There's a kick by Peel. That's going to be number 22, Nathan Hollers. Over 2,000 yards of all-purpose,
Hollers returns
and that's
the kick
Brad
off to the
Owen
40-yard
getting
line.
in there, a little bit extracurricular there. Better be careful on that one. But I tell you what, that's the thing. You know, when you're a senior, John, you want to get energized. You want to get fired up. I don't want you to make a silly mistake, but at the same time, I appreciate the fact that he's got that energy to try to pull the rest of the team in with him.
Yep, absolutely. I love the energy shown by Brad Owen there. So here we go. The defense, they made something happen last time. Can they get in his head and make it happen again, folks? Let's see right now.
There's still plenty of time left in this first half. And it's going to be a give. That is Hollers. Tries to find a hole. Not much. Nice job on the defense. And that brought a little bit of excitement out of Coach Snyder on the sidelines. Love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Firing up the troops down there. I love it. I love it. I love it. There was nothing doing there for Hollers, and that is definitely another little victory. These little victories add up. These little battles, if you can win one battle after another battle after another battle, that's how you win ball games.
You hear a little bit of chatter from the crowd.
You hear the chatter from the crowd.
And there's a give to Hollers. Tries to squeeze around, and he's going to be dragged down by several Fremont Eagles. And they try to squeeze that ball out, but none doing. Boy, I tell you what, it's like a vice when Hollers has that ball, and that was Brockham Sock'em Baker trying to strip that ball out again. That energy, keep that fire, keep that momentum, because you want to try to get something big. They're hungry now. They got to score. They want to scoop, another scoop and score.
The team is totally energized after that score, folks. They're fired up. This is a huge third down here for the Eagles. There's going to be, he's going to throw.
And it's picked off!
Pass is intercepted.
Nice job!
Jake Pelham,
the interception master for the Eagles, picks it off, and the Eagles are back in business.
Folks, this is what I was talking about. You know, you never give up. You don't know anything can happen when you step up and make a play. And I tell you what, the team is absolutely fired up and energized now. You know, they were a little bit downtrodden by what had happened earlier in the game, and now there's fresh energy. This Fremont Eagles team is ready to take control of this ball game. It's 31-7, but they're ready to climb the mountain right here on this drive after that big interception by Jake Pelham. So the haymaker is back in position. He's going to drop back to throw. Lots of time. Open the middle. He's got open end. Big pass, folks. Big pass to Leskowik for Fremont Eagles. First down.
And I tell you, folks, Mr. Momentum is showing his face here at Max Mitchell, and the Eagles are making something happen here. And I tell you what, the Southwood sideline is stunned by what the Eagles are doing. They're down, but they're not out. I love it. I love to see that.
Never say die, baby. He's going to throw again. He's always going to the house, folks.
Touchdown.
It's a ball game.
Oh, and that's a 33-yard touchdown.
It's a new ball game with a bracket Gibraltar there, folks. I tell you what, Fremont still has all kinds of time left, and Mr. Momentum has changed his address now on the Fremont sideline.
33-yard touchdown reception by Brockham Sock'em Baker from the haymaker, and all of a sudden we got ourselves a new ball game. The Eagles are coming back, folks.
And there's silence on the Southwood side. They are stunned.
They are indeed stunned. Here comes the extra point kick. Oh, it's a fake. He's going to try to run the corner, and he is not going to. It's not. Wait a minute. We have ourselves a whistle. They're going to call it no good. I'm not sure what happened there, but the man in the white hat arguing with the Fremont.
He was on the ground, therefore.
Yep. I like the trickeration, but it's true. And what they're saying is the holder, his knee was on the ground. So when he took the ball and got up, the play's automatically dead. He cannot advance the ball on that. So that's a good call by the official, but that's a bummer for Fremont. They were really looking for a little trickeration, but you know what? He was stopped in his tracks anyway. But I like the idea. John, tell us a little bit about how that play developed.
Well, again, here's what happened. You know, they were going to go and get this tremendous fake, but as you know, if your knee's down, and there is a penalty marker also, so we're going to see what this is all about, folks. But I tell you what, momentum has definitely shifted to the Eagles. That was a huge play. They got an interception. They had a scoop and score. Things are happening. what's the call here?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On both sides. So it's going to be offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, you can imagine Fremont's so excited now. They've got things going. Southwood's just in total shock and disbelief at the turnaround of this ball game. And I tell you what, one side's energized, the other just looks like, wow, what just happened? We just got ran over by a truck named Brock Baker.
I'll tell you, John, here's the thing. You know, you go back in high school history. Has there ever been a team that has come back from 31 points down to win a game? Of course there has. There's been plenty of teams that have done it. Now, certainly the odds are against you. But when you look at the clock and you see there's still 4:45 left in the first half, and Fremont's down now, they're only down by 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I mean, they are not out of this game by a long shot. I love it.
No, I've got an old Fremont football T-shirt in the back. It says, why not us and why not now? Hey, why not us? Why not us now? Right, folks, let's get this sectional win tonight. And listen to that crowd. There's some guy just crazy up there.
Getting totes cray-cray on the sideline here. Uh-oh, he's got it down the sideline. Oh, big stick. Big hit. Nice job. And that's number 21, I believe. That's Jared Eichler. No, 81. That would be Andrew LaRose. Excuse me. And I liked again that you know the attitude. They have that renewed vigor here as we head into the second half in 4 minutes and 41 seconds.
Well, this is a critical drive. If Fremont can make a stop here, I think just emotionally it does so much for your team. You're like, wow, we're in this thing. We're for real. You got to make a stop. This for the defense is a chance to give the team a big lift.
And if you're on the Southwood sideline, you know the coaches are saying, hey, we can't let them come back. But I tell you what, another big hit by the Eagles.
Oh, whoa, we had some shoving after there.
Penalty markers all over the field.
That's going to hurt us, I think.
Boy, oh, boy. Again, we were talking about it a moment ago, John. Get your head right. Now, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be fired up. It's okay to get your teammates fired. I didn't see it. But it's not okay to make a dumb mistake. And it looked like, I didn't catch it, but it looked like on that particular play, the official said, we're not going to let that one slide. That hurts the Eagles now.
And you can't do that stuff right in front of the officials. That's a big deal. So, again, costly penalties. You know what? There was a costly one to Southwood earlier. Now it's costing Fremont. And tensions are high. You know, the play before on the extra point, there was offsetting personal fouls. So this is an emotional game.
It's a throw, it's a slant, and it's a completion, and he is cut down. That's number 85, Jackson Blair, and that's going to be a first down. So Southwood trying to make some get that momentum back. But I tell you what, the Fremont Eagles, they can bend but not break, right, John?
Yeah, and one thing Southwood's not, you know, they're probably not aware of, Fremont's trying to strip that ball every time these guys get a reception. And so that's going to be a rude awakening there. There he goes, shaking a little face mask, but we got away with one there, folks. And he is going to be close to the first, if not a first.
Yeah, I think he is. Holler's got it, and I do think he got away with the face mask there. But, you know, the thing was, he certainly wasn't going for it. He was going for the ball.
It wasn't intentional by any stretch.
And that'll be enough.
That's going to be a first down. And, well, with where the ball is spotted, they could still get a first down inside the 1. But it looks like Southwood's going to go for the gusto here, little no huddle. And he's hit right away. And the Eagles D gets Hollers down for the count with that play.
Yeah, I think they've begun to figure out Hollers here in the late to the second period, second quarter. Beginning, he was kind of having his way all over the field, but they have figured him out, folks.
You know, the Fremont coaching staff making some adjustments, very apparent here. And there's another run squeezed through by Hollers. It's going to be a nice run after that game. I tell you, that kid just has that ability to, I mean, with his size, it's almost like he can be undetected sometimes trying to get through that line. Well, they're going to take it real quick again, give it back to Hollers, tries to squeeze through. The defense is going to hold him to maybe a yard, and now all of a sudden we have fourth down, big decision here. Now, if you're the coach, you go ahead and you look at it and you say, well, we got a 2-touchdown and a field goal lead. Do we take the points now? That would make it a 21-point. Oh, they're going to try to go for it here. They want to make the big dagger here, but wait a minute, we do have a
deep too. You have a chance for a big play. Fremont make them think about it.
Yeah, and we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching Fremont Eagles football at FremontEaglesFootball.com. The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
And we are back. Fremont took a timeout, and this is going to be huge. Listen to them. They're getting pumped up. Big 4th and 2 play. Can the defense stop them here? It's going to be a throw. It's going to be it in the end zone. Oh, and he is open in the end zone. Danny Goff, but there is a flag.
Is it going to be a taunt?
Let's see what happens here.
Danny Goff with the touchdown reception.
Did the flag get picked up? I don't even see the flag. Where is it?
I saw a flag.
No flag on the play after all, folks. Oh, what a bummer. I thought I saw one, and maybe it was a piece of something, a piece of strap or something from somebody's wrist. Who knows?
Extra point is good.
But that is a score. I tell you what, though, Fremont they're showing signs of life. They're not giving up, and with 3:03 left in the half, a great defensive effort there.
And here's the thing. A lot can happen at halftime. You can make all kinds of adjustments. You're going to get warmed up, you get your body fixed up a little bit, get some heat in there, and they've got all times to make adjustments, so a lot can happen. There's a whole half of football left, folks.
Indeed. 3:03 left before halftime, and the Eagles they need to keep that momentum. Now, obviously, Southwood, you see it here, the crowd get a little fired up there. Southwood put in the score, but I don't think that eliminates the Fremont mojo here.
It doesn't.
And the Eagles need to continue to make Southwood earn a victory tonight if that is such the case. But you know what? I tell you, Fremont has let's take one to the house right now. I see.
Very capable. 2 weapons back there. They've done it before. They could do it again, and it's a short kick. He could take this to the house, folks.
BD Juice tries to cut the corner there, looking for, and he's going to get out to about the 37-yard line for Eagles.
26-yard line.
And so now,
nice return, one shoestring tackle away from taking to the house.
Folks, don't forget our halftime show coming up pretty soon here, the Chuck's Custom Concrete Halftime Show. For all your concrete needs, give Chuck McDowell a call, 705-8630. Chuck is the man when it comes to concrete. Definitely knows his stuff, and if you take a look at any work that he's done, he definitely does among the best craftsmanship in Northeast Indiana.
Yeah, and definitely he's one of the best, for sure.
Here's a throw. Oh, and it's going to be caught on the tip. And that's Brockham Suckerbaker at the 50. He's going to try to get all the way down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5.
Touchdown.
Nice block. Touchdown. Brockham Suckerbaker. Oh, my goodness. 72 yards. Woo!
It's official, folks. We got a shootout on our hands at the OK Corral here at Max Mitchell, folks. It's definitely shootout time. I tell you, things are rocking and rolling. Fremont just comes back and answers with a huge play, a huge block, laying somebody out. I tell you what, I love it. The Brock of Gibraltar stands tall. Fremont Eagles, again, Mr. Momentum, changes his address again to the Fremont sideline. And I can't feel my toes. It's so exciting.
Eddie the Eagle waving the flag. Oh, they're going to go for 2. They've got 5 wide on the 2-point conversion try. Hayes is going to – it's going to be tipped away from –
pass is incomplete in the 2-point
it's going to be tipped away from number 11, Beatty Juice. And you're right, John. This is looking like the old school 1980s WAC conference, BYU against Colorado State or something or other. I'm telling you, this may end up being like a 55-45 final. Who knows?
WAC, the Sun Belt, you name it. This is a shootout, folks. Again, excitement personified. The players are jacked up. All kinds of stuff going on right here. It's exciting.
Southwood still has the lead, but that lead has now been cut. We now have sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a minute here. Fremont down by 19. They went for 2, didn't get it. But Southwood is doubling up Fremont right now. But the Eagles are showing signs of life. Southwood is showing signs of struggle. And if the Eagles can keep that up, they may be able to chip away at that defense and make this team. I think Southwood's getting a little tired on some of these plays too. So maybe some of the two-way. Yeah.
Hands on the hips is a sure sign that you're gassed. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of that.
And, I will say this. One advantage Fremont has had is playing a lot of 2, 3, and 4A schools who a lot of times only play one side of the ball. Southwood playing a lot of the smaller teams. And he takes a knee right there at the 35-yard line. I'm not really sure why that was. That was kind of an odd development there. Schlemmer on the knee.
Kickoff.
Yeah, very interesting. There's been some interesting things, interesting storylines I've been keeping track of. We'll talk about it at halftime, but definitely I'm not sure why he took a knee there. He had a lot of room to run. I'm sure that he must have been told to do that. There's no reason. Anytime a guy gets a ball, you want to run it.
Well, and maybe, let's just put it this way. Maybe the coaches told him gently, you're the hands guy.
Yep.
Just take the knee. That could have been. Who knows? Because I doubt that Southwood's done trying to score here. And it's going to be a rollout. And he's going to be hit after maybe he squeezes around. Oh, it was a pitch. Okay. And he's going to get about a 4-yard gain. Yeah, and that was a pitch out to Holler, but only a gain of about 3 or 4. 3.
Here's the thing, Dr. K. He's carrying that ball way out where it's going to get stripped. These guys got to be looking for that ball because he has definitely not been protecting it as the QB, at least on that play.
Well, here is the give up the middle. Hollers. He's into the secondary. He's got a few Fremont Eagles in front of him, but he breaks through, and he's down to the 20, down to the 15, and finally brought down at about the 13-yard line. Wow, another first down, and that puts Hollers well over 1,500 yards on the season on the ground.
It's coming back.
Oh, we've got ourselves a little yellow hanky on the prairie. Yeah. And we're definitely saying that that's a penalty.
Yes, as our eyes are down the field, Mike Perino as well as Karma Austin up here caught that flag, and they were saying, hey, it's coming back. We've got some experts. Oh, no, it's against Fremont. We've got some good experts here. A lot of times we call Mike and ask him about the calls, but Mike's not available tonight, so we call Karma Austin, and she gives us a heads up on that. So that's a good call right there for her finding that out.
Well, unfortunately, it's a face mask. We thought it was coming way back, but they're going to call it a face mask. And now we've got stoppage of play. Zebras. Okay, well, I don't know what just happened there, but now we have the start of the clock inside of 2 minutes. It's a give. Number 25, a new runner, and brought down with authority, Brock'em Sock'em Baker. And that's going to be
nothing doing, folks.
Second down, clock moving. And, Southwood trying to do a little clock management inside of this last play. They'd love to score and not give the Eagles any time to score back before the end of the half.
How many timeouts do they have left, Dr. K?
I don't know. Fumble. Oh, now they're going to call a flag. Yeah. Now, that's a tough one here because it's a momentum penalty. That's tough. Fremont has made a lot of silly mistakes. That's not one. That's one of those that the officials just had no mercy on that. He was on his knee.
Unprotected, but it's momentum carries you in, but they're big in this when you're in an unprotected state.
Yeah, it's a different world than it was 5 years ago. That's not a flat. Yeah.
Foul against Fremont.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Half the distance to the goal.
I disagree. I really feel in a situation like that.
They could have pulled up if they wanted to. No, I will tell you that.
Right, and that's why I think maybe somewhere along the line the officials need to have some kind of discretion. Maybe make a 5-yard penalty. I kind of like to do with the face mask. There's a 5-yard unintentional and a 15-yard intentional. Can't they have something like that with I don't know. It's not even a personal foul. I'm not really sure what. But anyway, it is what it is. That gives them a first down inside the 5. That's a run, and he is in for the score.
Southwood.
And that is Nathan Hollers again. Called his name all night long. But you know what? Here's the thing. Their game plan was to score with no time left on the clock, and they've opened the door for the Eagles.
The door is open for the Eagles, folks. It's a shootout here at the OK Corral at Max Mitchell Stadium. And I tell you what, a minute 23, it only takes one play, baby, to score again. But somebody's going to have to get a turnover and make a stop.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have to put it in. They have some time, but not much. But we do know the Eagles have the ability. Here is the kick. It is up, and it is good. So we've got ourselves, with 1:23 left, 45 for Southwood, 19 for Fremont, but it ain't over till it's over. We will be right back. You're watching Fremont Eagles football at FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors and my defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do, never know how. Never know how.
All right, we are back. 1:23 left before halftime. Fremont gives up a touchdown to Nathan Hollers, who, I tell you what, this kid, if he's not going to be all Three Rivers Conference this year, I'll be shocked, with over 2,200 yards of all-purpose running, including tonight's game. Oh, nice job on the defense.
Now, see, there, momentum carried him into the player, but you're not going to see a flag. So it's just interesting. I mean, there's a discretion there. And there's some excitement here in the stands. Some comments made towards the zebra I heard in the audience. But what I was saying is guys really have to keep their, what I call your butt in gear and focused on the game. You can't get caught up in all the extra stuff as a player of what's going on. The calls don't may go your way. You've got to keep your focus on winning this ball game one play at a time. Don't let a bad call beat you twice in a row. Right. You can't do that.
Indeed, the Fremont fans unhappy about the fact that there was a flag called on one side, the very next play not called. But, hey, sometimes that happens, so the Eagles need to – they certainly have excellent field position.
Hey, we got the mismatch here.
Here we go. They definitely have a mismatch. I hope Hayes sees on the left-hand side. He's got an opening, and he's going to throw, and it's behind his receiver.
Hayes' pass is incomplete.
And again, Hayes didn't see to the left side that there were 4 receivers with only 2 defenders.
Yeah, and you could throw, and those other 3 guys and become blockers. Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely a mismatch that Southwood didn't catch. Now, you look at the players here. Southwood guys are saying we got to cover that this time. So, it'll be very interesting to see what happens again. I like that formation.
And the thing is, that just shows, that's telltale signs to the the offensive coordinator that Southwood's running a lot of zone here, because if they don't have matchups, they're obviously running zone. Certainly, we have it again. We have 3 defenders on 4 receivers, and he's trying to find his way, and he's going to have a little bit of run there, and he's going to get about 3 yards in the play. And again,
here, though, we've got guys right up. He just can't see it because of pressure, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that there's not time. We talked about it earlier, John. You have a couple injured guys. You have another guy that has to sit out tonight, and unfortunately that really hurts your offensive line and giving your quarterback time to throw the ball. We have 52 seconds before halftime. This game just seems like it's been an eternity here. This is a first half. Unbelievable.
Absolutely, and it's so exciting. We can't feel our feet. Look, here we go. He's got that open lane there. Oh, just couldn't hold on to it.
Well, I like the try. I like the attempt.
4th down.
And it stops the clock.
Fourth down, and if you're Fremont, what do you do here? I say you got to chuck one.
I say chuck it.
What do you got to lose?
Well, yeah, really. What do you have to lose? Chuck.
What do you have to gain?
Yeah, you definitely have a lot more to gain than you have to lose at this point. I'd say chuck it.
We faked a punt deep in our own territory, so I'm assuming I wouldn't expect anything different right here. I'm looking for a fake trickeration possible here.
Well, they are congregating a lot of defenders in the center of the field, and they're anticipating the kick, and they sure enough will have the kick. There's no defender down there, and that's going to die at about the 6-yard line.
Oh,
nice job by Beatty. And, I said it earlier in the year, John, and I was not kidding. I think Beatty's actually going to get some attention for his punting by those teams that play on Saturday.
Yeah, he definitely has a leg. The kid's just an all-around natural athlete, but he can do it all. He plays offense, defense, and he definitely can do special teams with his foot.
Well, let's see. Will Southwood take a knee, or will they challenge to try to put another score in?
I think they're going to give it to Hollis. I think
Yeah, give it to Hollers and see what happens.
If he can get one, if he gets it. If he doesn't, he doesn't, So I'm guessing There would be no reason to gamble with a big pass down here that could be a pick
I
six.
was just going to say, I don't see them throwing the ball, but I could easily see them running. And it looks like they're in the victory formation, and they're going to go into halftime. And so we're going to go into halftime. And, John, before we do, just want to say thanks again for Chuck's Custom Concrete, the sponsors of the Chuck's Custom Concrete halftime show for all your concrete needs, decorative or practical. I lost my word there for a minute.
Or practical, whatever your concrete needs, give Chuck a call.
The 4-star general, 705-8630. That's 260, by the way, 705-8630. Chuck McDowell. And we'll be back after a bit with the Chuck's Custom Concrete halftime show. Your score at halftime, folks, it might look like it's over, but it ain't over. As the Fremont Eagles trail the Southwood Knights 45-19. We'll be back in a few minutes here at Fremont Eagles Football. FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net. And we are back, folks. Sorry about the graphic there. We're back at Max Mitchell Sports Complex for the Chuck's Custom Concrete halftime show. Your score, Southwood 45, Fremont 19. And I'll tell you, folks, if you look at that score and you say, boy, it looks like Southwood's just really owning Fremont tonight, it's not the case. At one point, Southwood did have a 31-0 lead, but the Eagles came back. They scored 3 times. And Southwood sometimes scratching their head trying to figure out what the heck's going on. They thought they had the game in hand, and then suddenly the Eagles, they're not playing dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Fremont made some great, outstanding plays to bring the action back, the momentum back. It lifted their team, and now, folks, we are going to have a whole different ball game this second half.
Well, let's jump right into the halftime show. Custom Concrete from Chuck. It's the Fremont Community Schools
Students of the week.
You gotta love the we go all out with the special effects on the echoes there. Sir, first off, Mrs. Griffith says Josie Ross, Ian Hardesty, Matt Ehrman, and Colin Book are some awesome kids who greatly followed through with their responsibilities throughout the week. Great job.
Mrs. Verde says Brady Gebhardt wants to do well and tries hard to do right! Exclamation point.
I love Mrs. Verdi always chiming in. She's the MVP Teacher of the Year for all the effort she's given to bringing the Students of the Week to us every single week. Mrs. Abriani says A.J. Hoffbauer, she loves his positive attitude and his willingness to help.
And Mr. Kiesbert says the entire 8th grade class for their great teamwork and togetherness in the wake of tragedy, coming together in tough times.
Yeah, it was definitely a really rough couple weeks here, but that 8th grade group really gelled, and I tell you, they're a great group of kids, among the best we have at FCS, that's for sure. The Kiwanis Haunted House, check it out, folks, tomorrow night behind Las Limas and Piggies in Angola. Midway rides, a haunted hayride, and an indoor haunted house. Don't miss out, folks. It's awesome. 6:30 to 10 p.m. It's also open on October 30th and 31st, Wednesday and Thursday next week, 6:30 to 10, those nights as well. So something you want to definitely check out. Ellie Kiesbert and I went out there, and we were scaring some folks, and it was fun. Make a few people pee their pants.
Absolutely. And you say there's midway rides. What midway rides are out there?
Well, they had a tilt-a-whirl. I think it was a tilt-a-whirl, if I remember. But I was inside most of the time scaring the tar out of people.
Because when it's 30 degrees outside, I want to be in a tilt-a-whirl. So try that out, folks. It's a good experience.
Hey, we got a special guest up here. It's Eddie the Eagle. And Eddie the Eagle, give us a little squawk, Eddie. Oh, that's what we like to hear. Eddie, say hi to the camera, Eddie. Woo, Eddie is definitely, he's freezing just like we are. I think
Kind of the feathers. He's got a little extra feathering tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's no skin off his back. Well, thanks for stopping by, Eddie. Have a great night, and keep cheering the Fremont Eagles on to victory. Woo!
And we got another special guest coming up in a little bit, too, so we'll be finding that out. Little interview maybe with some of our Fremont teachers.
Ah, that's what I like to hear. Well, let's take a look at a few other things here. Fremont Autumn Days, the final days tomorrow. Check it out. Lots of vendors and small businesses represented. Great times to be had for the whole family.
Yes, absolutely. Autumn Days, don't miss it. It's pure excitement.
Be there. All right, some sectional pairings tonight in Sectional 43 1A. Howe at Southern Wells. Now, Howe, in their initial year of a football program in about 30 years, finished 1-6 in the regular season. They're at Southern Wells 3-6. Southern Wells is the favored team. Here's the story. If Fremont wins tonight, they will either travel to Howe or to Southern Wells. Now, if Southwood finishes tonight as the victors, they will travel to Howe also, but if Southern Wells wins, they will host Southern Wells. So we'll see how that goes. In Sectional 34, don't have any scores yet to report. Wabash 0-9 at 4-5 Prairie Heights. You got to expect that the Panthers are favored in that one. The Apaches lost to the same Southwood team last week, 51-7. Unreal. And then in 4A, 0-9 DeKalb at 5-4 Angola. Now, I found something interesting, John. There was actually a lot of people in Northeast Indiana, including a few of the pundits down in Fort Wayne, saying DeKalb at 0-9 may win that ball game.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of pundits saying, hey, they think that the DeKalb, I might remember what their mascot is, the Barons, that's right. The Red Barons are going to make some noise here in the sectional and are going to pull off that win. So it'll be a very interesting keep tabs on that one.
All right, a few other things to mention here. 35 degrees, feels like it's 31 right now, and yeah, definitely on the chilly side tonight. Cross country, the Fremont girls qualified for their second straight Fort Wayne semi-state after a fourth-place regional finish. Abby Hostetler, how many times we mentioned her name, ladies and gentlemen, the West Noble regional champion. She joins Fremont grad Anna Aldrich, who won the exact same title last year, and we also have Alex Beams, who advanced as the boys' individual qualifier. Got some great runners. Include in the girls' side for sure. We've that are going to be participating in that as the team, and I want to give a big shout out to all those runners. We got Courtney Woosley, Abby Hostetler, among several others. So big props to them. The semi-state is tomorrow, Saturday, at IPFW. The race for the boys starts at 1 with the girls to follow shortly thereafter. And just to let you know, folks, if you were keeping score at home, the state championship cross-country meet will be next Saturday, November 2nd in Terre Haute, with the boys race starting at 1 p.m. and the girls in 1:45. And I would definitely expect Fremont to have a lot of representation, if not the entire girls team, at that event.
For sure. We're going to be bringing it to state, folks, and hopefully bringing the state championship back here to Fremont, Indiana.
Indeed. Fremont volleyball, the Lady Eagles travel to Central Noble in the sectional semifinals Saturday at 12:30 with the finals at 5 p.m. If they win both games on Saturday, they will host Woodland at home on Tuesday night for the regional at 6 p.m. And if they win again, then next Saturday, the 2nd, with the time to be announced, the semi-state, Fremont would travel to Bremen with a to-be-announced opponent. Girls basketball. Hey, it's girls basketball time. Practice begins Monday. So if you're a Fremont Lady Eagle and you want to get out there and play some basketball, check it out Monday night. Well, let's talk a little bit about some other stuff here. How about those Tigers, John? It was really rough. Bummer, but had a double bummer a few days later. Manager Jimmy Leland stepping down this week. He won exactly 700 games in his 8 seasons as a Tiger manager. He said, when it's time, and it's time.
Yeah, we are really disappointed the Tigers didn't go to the World Series. But they had a fantastic year. You can't take that away. You know, Miguel Cabrera was playing injured for so long and still gutted it out, doing his best. I have to believe, though, if the Tigers would have made it, they would have definitely beat the Cardinals. It's a much better matchup. So I think Boston, their error the other night, otherwise they would be up 2-0.
Yeah, and really the Red Sox are in the same position the Tigers were. They won the first game. They had the second game in hand and, just gave up a big play. And so now the Red Sox are having that same feeling, but we'll see how that one turns out. Actually, I won't be seeing how that turns out. I'm a little bitter. But anyway, hey.
Watch the Sports Center.
Yeah, watch a little Sports Center. The Perrysburg, Ohio native actually resigned privately on September the 7th. And whether they won or lost the World Series, it didn't matter. He was going to step down. But here's the kind of the skinny at home for Leland. 700 wins. 2 AL pennants, 3 Central Division titles, and they made the playoffs 4 times in 8 years. Great job for Jimmy Leland. Definitely a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, we got some other things, and I'm sure we'll be talking a little bit about some other stuff as we continue on, including pro football and college football. Well, that's the end, folks, of the Chuck's Custom Concrete halftime show as number 64, Logan Peel with the little squibber. And that's taken by number 20, and that is going to be Schlemmer, who takes it out of bounds after a short little run, and it'll be Southwood ball at about the 41-yard line.
He runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Want to give huge props to Beams Funeral Home, celebrating lives with dignity, 200 West Toledo Street in Fremont. And we'd just like to thank Beams Funeral Home for sponsoring Fremont Eagles football all season long.
And I almost just wiped out on the stands, folks, but your reporter is back here ready to broadcast some exciting Fremont football second half. Let's dial it up, peoples. It's sectional football time.
John Bruni walking up the stairs with no dignity, I guess. Oh, and there's a throw, and number 84, the receiver, did not see it. They're going to call a flag against Jared Eichler. I am really shocked. Well, the flag's on the other side. I don't know if it's necessarily against Eichler, because it's way, way on the other side of the field. That might not.
Karma Austin. Karma, what do you think the flag is?
Let's see what they call here. We heard bull crap. I don't know.
You're not allowed to say it in IHSA broadcast, but
I don't think so.
it is going to be pass interference.
Oh, it's a pass interference. I don't know about that one.
I have to tend to agree with our expert in the stands.
I would go with bull pucky. Is that a thing? I don't know. What do you say?
I'm not going to say
We'll just continue on. Here.
Ball spot at the 44-yard line.
Yeah.
First and 10 for
Here's a
Southwood.
run. A nice job.
Oh, no.
No, he kept it. What a fake. I did not see that.
Believe it. I got
The defenders.
And then we got another flag downfield.
Keep, runs all the way
I
down
got
to
faked
about the
out.
10-yard line.
Everybody got
We do have
faked
penalty
out.
markers on the
We
field.
thought Holla got stopped back in the backfield. I was about ready to give a Holla up here, but no, it was a quarterback keeper, and now we got a flag at the end of the play.
Well, I tell you what, you got to
faked out on
I
that
was
throw?
I had no idea Hollers had the ball, but I'm wondering if this is a block in the back. Let's see. And yeah, the Southwood players are walking back. I'm assuming block in the back, and well, wait a minute, they're going to have a little conference here. Offsetting penalties, and you hate to see that. Fremont definitely wants to get something on their side here early. That was a struggle.
Fake of fakes, man. We all bid on that, folks.
The ace of fakes. Is that what you'd call that?
Yeah. Yeah, he was cooking up a big run.
Nice. So let's see.
What's the call here, folks?
So, man in the white hat.
No flag.
They're waving off
Penalty
the
flag
flag.
is picked up.
Wow.
No penalty on the play.
Wow. He was getting ready.
Wow,
At
hashtag
the
wow.
He was getting ready to call
9-yard
block
line.
in the back and then
Or
pulled
be
the
first
flag
and goal.
up and called no call. And again, the Fremont defense feeling scorned. Yeah, the Fremont coaching staff unhappy with that. And certainly the fans are as well.
Wow.
Hashtag wow, indeed. There's looking to throw. And, bobbled.
Pass is
Incomplete.
incomplete.
And
and
Holler's
goal.
upset with himself on that play, but it's going to be a second down. The ball is at the 9 3/4 yard line, so there's no first down.
I'm surprised they're throwing right here with the effective run game that they have. I wouldn't throw unless I had to, but hey, we'll take it because we're going to get picked.
Well, I tell you what here, with all the throws, the clock has not moved. I mean, we are 33 seconds into the second half, and it just has not moved, has not been moving here. So here's a run, like you were just saying, John, takes the pile and about 3 yards in the play. So now we've got third down.
He's going to be tackled
And
at the
another
5-yard line, and
flag.
another penalty marker
Oh,
on the field.
boy.
Yeah, that's not going to bode well. So we'll see what the official call is, but this is where tensions are running
Possible
high.
appeal and a tackle for
Yeah,
Fremont.
that's tough. A little discussion amongst the Zebras.
Oh, no, it's going to be against Southwood.
And wow.
I thought it was I thought I saw a little bit different signal,
all
but
right.
that's
Personal foul against Southwood.
it was against them. I saw the retaliation. So, and again, you get punished for the retaliation. So that's definitely going to be
That was gonna
costly.
be
Both
marked
teams
back
are
to
really
the
hitting each other
21-yard
hard
line.
with these personal fouls.
Yeah. Well, like I said, John,
I saw it go back and forth, and so hey, we'll take that.
here's what I've always said, and I've said it many, many
Looks
times.
like
I'll
it's
say it
gonna be
again.
third
It's
down
okay to be
and
emotional,
goal
no matter
for the
which side of the
21.
ball you are, but you got to let your emotions be positives, not negatives. You don't want to hurt your team. That definitely hurt Southwood. Let's see if the Eagles can capitalize here on third and very long and goal from their own 22. Oh, it's a throw and almost picked off
Passes
by
in.
Hunter Laskowiak.
Passes
And
incomplete,
another
but we have a penalty
flag,
marker on the
and I
field.
think they're going to call roughing the passer, maybe, against Brockham Sock'em Baker.
He was hit hard.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against Fremont.
Sure enough. And I tell you what, 26 Brockham Sock'em Baker came in like a freight train, and the official saying, you know what, you were too late on taking that hit. But I tell you what, number 10 took a lick, and he's still in the game. Keeping it licking and keep on ticking. You got to give him credit for staying in this game, but that's now going to give them a first down at the
Penalty
11.
moves the ball to the 10-yard line.
We talk about throwing down here in the cold. It's those brittle hands when that ball hits. That's why if you can get a good run game at this point, you want to do it.
We're about 10 minutes of actual time into the second half, but only
Looks like
1
it's gonna be
minute
first
with
down
the
from
clock.
11-yard line.
He's going to throw, and nobody covering number 85, Jackson
Touchdown,
Blair,
Southwood.
and yet another flag, but I
That's
think that's
complete
going to be
Jackson Blair
a
for the
dead
touchdown,
ball
but we do have a
flag
penalty marker
again.
on the field.
Yeah, I think it's just too much. Let's see what they say here.
I think that should be awesome.
Unless it was a late flag, and it was during the play. I'm not sure.
It was after the play.
Let's see. Dead ball, sure enough. Personal foul,
against
Fremont.
Fremont.
And that touchdown's going to be good. A few Fremont fans showing their frustration to the officials here.
Yeah, because that was both. I mean, both teams are pushing and shoving and saying stuff. I mean, it's.
Well, the touchdown is good. That's going to give Southwood a 51-19 lead. And, you know, the wild thing is we're only a minute 2 into the second half. I mean, Fremont has 23 minutes of clock time to get back in this thing. They certainly could. I mean, it's been high scoring so far. I think a hand was on it. I think a hand got on that, and that is going to be no good. And so we've got a score 51-19, 10:58 left in the third quarter. You're watching Fremont Eagles football on FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do, never know how. Never know how.
All right, we're back. 10:58 left in the third quarter.
Personal foul
Fremont
penalty
trails
will be assessed on the
51-19. And so we have the personal foul against Fremont. Yeah.
If you were Southwood here, would you try a little trickeration because you get this big advantage here on the field?
I would have onside it if I was Southwood. No
Southwood
question
will be
about it.
kicking
Are you
off
turned
from
on?
the 45-yard line.
Yeah. So here we go. It'll be an interesting call. I'd have the hands team ready here because of the field position, but no, he's going to boot it deep. He's going to take it, and there's going to be an opening here. He could go to the house, folks. Oh, just tripped up. Trying to get to that sideline and up the field. And, folks, let me tell you, this is an emotionally charged game tonight. There is a lot going on. Emotion and passion is high, and we've got another flag. I think it's – oh, you're going to wave that flag off. Inadvertent drop.
Penalty marker has been picked up. No penalty on the play.
We've had a lot of flags. That one's inadvertent, so we'll take – so the clock eventually is going to get started here. Dr. K, we're only a minute, 2 minutes into this second half.
Yeah, 1 minute, 7 seconds into the second half, and we're looking at about 15, 20 minutes of actual clock time. Unbelievable. Well, here goes the throw. No, he's going to – oh, and we have another flag.
Hayes keeps the
These
ball
officials
at the 20-yard line. And we have another penalty marker on the field.
You know what, John? I have to say, I'm going to just guess that all these officials are ice fishermen.
Why it made
because
the
they
tackle
certainly
for
like being
Southwood.
out here. They're throwing so many flags. They want to be out here longer.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, you know, obviously, I'm assuming this is going to be a hold, but we'll see. No, chop block.
Chop block against Fremont.
And that, you
is
know,
the call.
that's hard to see a lot of times. You know, that's one of those ones. Sometimes you're surprised you see the call, but you know, it is what it is.
Ticky-tack, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
A little ticky-tack. I mean, the thing is, we said it before. You can throw a flag on every single play.
Teams in football, you can. Once you have the open hands, you could really call holding on every play, but it's whether did it affect the play or not. That's usually my rule of thumb if I was making a call. Did it affect the outcome of the play?
Well,
10-yard spot foul.
okay, so we're now 1 minute and 18 seconds into the second half. The longest 2 minutes of game time I've ever had. There's a short run, and that's going to make it about two-yard gain on the play. It's going to make it
Baker
second about
carries the ball for
21.
Fremont.
Baker, Brockham Sockham,
He's
Brock
gonna
of
pick up 2
Gibraltar
or 3
Baker.
yards on the play.
And
Reese makes the tackle.
Want to give a big shout out
Second down and
to
long.
Musson Builders, old-time craftsmanship, new-time technology. Jack Musson is the owner of Musson Builders, does an awesome job, John. You know, the thing about Musson Builders is if you check out their website, mussonbuilders.com, you can see some of the houses that they build over there. He does some quality work and does amongst the best jobs in Northeast Indiana.
Mad skills for Jack Musson.
And there's mad skills on the throw. And I tell you what, yeah, wow, that was a big-time saving tackle by Nathan Hollers. Boy, a star on both sides of the ball because it would have been off to the races if Hollers didn't make that tackle.
Hey, but everybody, let's pause for a second. You know what? Something just strange happened. There was no flag on the play.
Indeed. You're right. I think the Zebras forgot about that one. They didn't get those. I didn't know if that was possible here. Folks, we're approaching 2 in the morning here in Fremont. This ball game. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see. The haymaker looks down right in front and complete. And it's LaRose, but we have another flag. And this might be a pass interference on top of the reception. So let's see. Will they add 15 to the play?
Goes to LaRose.
Let's see what he's calling here. There's an argument here between. So, Coach Maximchuk giving a big jaw to the. He is very upset here. Coach Maximchuk giving the Zebras a little what for here. He's very upset by this play. Let's see what the man in the white hat has to say.
Waiting for the signal.
Pass interference.
I don't know. Was it what? What could you call? Anything else? I don't understand. I guess.
Pass interference against Southwood is the call.
So it's a first down. Okay, so
Should be automatic.
all right, so they are. I'm really confused. Okay, so they're going to give him the 15 yards. They're not going to give him the completion there. So I think what Coach Maximchuk was trying to say was he wanted. Well, yeah, I think what he was wanting was he wanted to have the tacked on at the end of the play, but that's not how it's going to be.
For the Eagles.
We're at 9 minutes and moving. The clock is moving. Third. That's not an automatic first. I'm kind of shocked by that. That's a 15-yard penalty, but no first down. And a timeout by the haymaker. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching Fremont Eagles football at FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at Computer. All right, we're back. Fremont Eagles football. Sorry about that. ComputerStationOnline.net. A little technical difficulties there. Sorry, we're back, folks. Third down, play up the middle, and I think he got the first. Yeah, he's got the half yard. He's got enough.
He's going to be
so the FAR official had the spot, and that's a first down for the Eagles by about half a yard.
First down.
Yeah, first down for the Eagles. Just what they needed, sustaining this drive.
So try to catch up and see if we have any other scores from around. How about this score, John? 0-9 Wabash holding their own against Prairie Heights. It is 8-7 in the third quarter. Wow.
That is a shocker, folks.
Big time. Nice throw to Brockham Saka. Oh, but he's hit immediately by number 60, Ryan Barton. Barton with 42 solo tackles and 26 assists in the regular season. Definitely a big time player on defense. Their number 1 linebacker, number 60, the senior.
Yeah, fantastic catch there. That was a big time catch. So the crowd's really giving it to the referee still up here. So this is a big second down. You know, Fremont, if they get a nice long drive, get a score here, it would be nice to get some momentum going again.
2nd and 6, 7:56 and counting in the third quarter.
Prairie Heights, much improved ball club. That is a shocking score. He's got time to throw. He's going to get it off.
Nice screen, but the blocking couldn't hold, and he's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a great idea. I love the screen pass, but just couldn't get the blockers in place to sustain there.
At the end of the game, you'll have the Submit Strength players of the game. Submit Strength, home of premium quality strength equipment.
No gain on the play. Building marker on the field.
All right.
Unsportsmanlike
against Fremont.
Wow. Wow. The man in the white hat, no mercy.
And Southwood fans are really giving the Fremont coaches the business. I've heard a lot of yelling from out here. So evidently it is turned a little rough here. Yeah. I'm not going to say – that's all I can say.
That's all. What are you going to say?
I'm not going to repeat what I'm hearing from the other sideline, but it is definitely emotions are getting high. Yeah. You might have to have a couple kids, sit down and say, hey, keep your head in the ball game.
Yeah. It could be.
3rd and 22.
And Submit Strength, just to finish the thought there, Submit Strength, home of premium quality strength equipment. Check them out, www.submitstrength.com. Here's the throw by Haymaker. And he's going to throw down the middle. Oh, and he's hit, and there's a flag. Okay. Now, again, we've got those emotions running high, uncalled for. Number 7, Danny Goff, with the huge lick on Hunter Laskowiak, not called for.
And he's going to go to the side. His coach is giving him the business there. I tell you what, it's both teams just seem to be undisciplined with these crazy penalties.
But look, we have another flag down at the 21. Oh, my goodness. What in the world?
Holding against Fremont. Personal foul.
They're going to say offsetting penalties on that.
Southwood.
Let me get this straight.
Offsetting penalties.
5 yards. Well, I guess spot foul. I mean, I wouldn't think they'd offset.
Okay.
5 yards.
What's more severe?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm completely lost on how that works out.
When you start talking and stuff and you do this, then all of a sudden you don't get the benefit of the doubt, and that's what's happening with the calls when you start having kids talking and shoving. So you want to get that under control as soon as you can.
Well, I tell you, here's the thing. The tough thing is, I look at that last play. Laskowiak about got his head taken off on the play, and offsetting penalties. What lesson does that teach to anybody?
Yeah, I'm at a loss with words. It doesn't happen very often. Even earlier when I saw the flags, it's like we got to get these flags under control. There's too much ball game left to be played. There's still 7 minutes left in this quarter. You can't let this thing get ugly. It's not the memory you want left on this field.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well,
I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. I've never seen so many flags.
Totes cray. There's the kick, and it's going to be at the 50, the 45, the 40. Still rolls out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And a great kick by Beatty and excellent defense to allow that ball to keep rolling. Nice job. 6:58 left. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Fremont Eagles football on FremontEaglesFootball.com. The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont, 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net. We're back. 6:58 left.
And we got a jump.
And I think that may be against Fremont. I didn't see a lineman move.
Yeah, that's going to be encroachment. No, encroachment. I thought maybe for a second false start, because you never know, somebody could have drawn him off with a little movement. But
sides against Fremont's the call. Penalty will move the ball.
Well, that's going to be 1st and 5.
That took 2 seconds off the clock.
1st down and 5.
Well, this broadcast powered by the Computer Station. Is your computer sick or injured? Head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street. Jim Weber. Give him a call, 495-9800. The Computer Station. And number 10, Robbie Cole, trying to calculate a nice big throw, and he's out of bounds. Intended for number 7, Danny Goff. And Danny Goff with that big hit earlier on Laskowiak. And
football hit him right in the face mask, folks. Football right into the face mask.
Well, 2nd and 5. And it's a cold night here.
Discussions on the
Yeah,
sideline.
definitely a lot of discussions. Coach the mayor. Coach the mayor
Giving
is
the biz.
giving the biz to the Zebra.
We try and keep you in on all the action all over the field, folks.
Check with the sideline reporter later, but here's the play. And he squeezes out, and he's brought down. Nice job. And that's a big bring down inside the 40-yard line. That's going to be actually behind the line, loses a yard on the
Hollers
play.
carries the ball.
And Hollers is brought
Knocked out
down
of
with
bounds
authority.
by
And
Baker.
Brad Owen talking to the Zebra here. He's getting upset. There he goes. See? Not called for. Brad Owen letting his emotions get a hold of him, and that's just tough. You don't want to do that. I got to give respect to the Eagles for trying to pull his player off. And Owen is coming off the field now, and I think the coaching staff is going to say, you know what, you need a break.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. Get his head right. You know, again, you don't want to be making these mistakes on your last game of the season, and hopefully we're going to win this game. But if this happens to be the last game, you don't want to have these kind of memories. You want to have memories of laying it all on the line, not penalties.
Well, we've got ourselves now it's a 1st and 10 for the Knights inside Fremont territory now after the penalty. A lot of gamesmanship by both sides, uncalled for in many cases. And it's picked off! And that's number 3, Hunter Laskowiak. And we've got ourselves an Eagle first down.
Interception for the Eagles.
We got a number 22 is injured and hurt. And he's picked up by a couple of his Eagle teammates. He's going to try to struggle back off the field here. And big hit there. And he's going to hobble off the field there.
Folks, this one, I tell you what, this game has had more twists and turns and just all-out craziness here at Max Mitchell Stadium, folks.
You'll see all the details about this game in People Magazine later this week, or the National Enquirer.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But big interception for the Eagles, and hey, here comes Brad Owen back in the game, firing his team up, ready to get something going.
1st and 10 for the Eagles after that interception. Hunter Laskowiak, nice job. Way to come back. He took that big hit earlier from from Goff, and he made them pay a few plays later. Nice job, Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, the Eagles going to get something going. Haymaker's on the run. He's going to scramble. He gets out of it, but just couldn't evade that last defender there.
Hayes is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
When I said the loss for words earlier is you just don't
line.
want to see all these penalties. Let the kids
tackle
play, get their
night.
heads right. You want to see just a good game because for one of these teams, it's going to be the last game of the year, and I'd like to see a flag-free rest of the game. And no ticky-tack flags either.
No more. Right. No, I agree.
I'm not saying that all the flags are even justified. I'm just saying, you don't want to see that. You want to see a good, clean, hard-hitting game where you lay it all on the line, and hopefully we've gotten that out of our system, and we're ready to rock and roll.
So this is going to be 2nd and 15 with 5:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Eddie the Eagle patrolling the sideline there. And maybe no gain, maybe 1 yard on the play on the run there. Want to let you know, folks, the post-game show tonight sponsored by Powers Automotive. Big or small, we do it all. Give Dave Powers a call, 104 South Baum Street, 495-3333. Dave Powers does a great job, folks. He can fix any vehicle, car, truck, you name it. He can work on anything, and he's got a Cracker Jack staff down there on Baum Street that will take care of all your automotive needs.
Look at this formation, Dr. K. Here we go.
Throw.
Almost a one-arm catch. Wow.
Nice try.
Nearly caught by a second.
That was 81 LaRose.
Tried to reel it in. Tried to get that. It was almost a beautiful circus catch there, folks.
That brings up 4th down and the punt team out on the field here. Folks, the score, Southwood 51, Fremont 19, and I tell you, Southwood certainly took a big lead early, 31-0. Fremont comes back, puts 3 touchdowns on the board in the 2nd quarter, and but right now Southwood seems to be in control. as the ball on the
Beatty's
punt goes out of
bounds
at about the, looks like
at
the
the 32-yard
20.
line.
Okay, they're calling it 32-yard line there. So actually, it looks like it's inside the 30. It looks like the 27-yard line. So
now let's talk a little strategy here. If you are Southwood, you're up. I would think they would want to get out. Take care of business here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to the run game and try to run this clock out. Fremont, what you want to do is do everything you can to make them have a miscue. Fumble the ball, do something. But if you're Southwood, you want to come out of here without a victory, but also everybody healthy. So Fremont, this is time to take advantage. You know what's probably going to be coming. They're probably going to be running. You got to take advantage of that. There goes the pitch. Holla, brought down.
Holla
Ball is
with a
picked
little
to Howard.
option, take, and that's
Who's
going to allow the
tackled
clock
at
to
the
run a little
31-yard
bit.
line?
You got to wonder at
Baker
some
makes a
point
stop
here,
for
does
Fremont.
like you were saying, John, we got some upset Southwood fans on the other side. I'm not really sure what that's all about.
Gain of 4 on the play.
But,
Second down and 6.
If you can hear him all the way over the other sideline, you know it's loud.
So I'm not sure what their gripe is this time, but you know what? It's going to make it 2nd and 7 no matter what. So Southwood in that shotgun. Love the shotgun formation. I wonder, are they going to run? Are they going to pass? Looks like a pitch out to 22 Hollers. He's got the corner. He's into the secondary and brought down near midfield for another Southwood first down.
Hollers
4:10 to go when the
by
clock
Strickland
starts
at
back
the
up after the
49-yard
first down.
line.
Yeah, he
First
definitely
down,
has got some
Southwood.
wheels. I tell you what, he is one of the more elusive backs I have seen this season. It's our first chance to see him live, and he, like I said, the kid has great lateral movement. I tell you what, look at this, folks. Prairie Heights 15, Wabash 7 in the third. And look at this, Angola 21, DeKalb 7. That's a shocker, folks. Even though big completion here as we were reading scores.
Pass complete to
And-
Jackson Blair.
Angola would really like to move forward in their sectional road. But again, that was a huge play by Southwood there. Throwing the ball, a little surprised because, again, I think clock management's an issue. But, hey, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
All 3 Steuben County programs hosting tonight. Nice defensive job by number 21, Jared
Pass is
Eichler.
incomplete.
He was looking for an offensive pass interference. He's not going to get it, though. But as I was saying, complete my thought here, all three I think my tongue is frozen here.
My lips are frozen.
We'll get to my thought here in a minute after this play. 2nd and 10. And another holler run. Nobody in the way. And he's going to be down at the 5-yard line. Another big first down for Southwood. It'll be and another flag. Oh
Hollers carried
my
the ball, and he's
goodness.
tackled at the 5-yard line.
Oh
And we
boy,
have a penalty marker on the field.
this is tough.
Yeah, I hope that's not a personal foul. I'm hoping.
It was a really, really late flag.
and that's
I really don't expect it. I don't think it was a late hit out of bounds. I think it was something more like a dead ball personal foul. But let's see what happens here. I don't know. Maybe, I know they call a lot nowadays. They're calling a lot for language. And
Personal
sure
foul
enough, it's against
Fremont's
Fremont.
the call.
It used to be back in the day, if you had a little language issue, they kind of ignored it or let it go or whatever. But
I don't know what the rule is and how many personal fouls an individual player can have, too. I'm not sure what the high school rule is on that.
But I'll tell you what, this is almost looking like the old Detroit
Timeout,
Pistons
Fremont.
type defense back in the 80s here.
The bad boys. I love that old days. Don't get me started on that, brother. I love that, man.
Back when
Bill Lambier, greatest player of all time.
I agree. And, that's back when, there was, I don't know. My opinion, I love the NBA back then. I find a struggle to keep into it this time around. It's not really the same. A lot too much finesse going on nowadays.
Yeah, plus it's basketball. No matter what, you can't really. I'm not into basketball at all.
I understand. Well, as we have our
In the spirit of
timeout here,
sportsmanship,
one of-
the IHSAA asks that all fans act responsibly and courteously.
Sorry,
to
folks, you
those
caught us
around
at a
you.
strange
Use
time
of
there.
language or
Oh,
disorderly
my
conduct
goodness. Well, I got to
is
tell you, John,
unacceptable and not welcome
the
at IHSAA
Wolverines, John,
events.
are off this week.
Let
Number
the board
22,
decision
Michigan,
athletes,
6-1,
officials,
and
and
had that
fellow
rough
fans the
loss
respect they deserve.
to
Your
Penn State
cooperation
in
is
4
appreciated.
overtimes. But I tell you,
Thank you.
Shootout with IU, bro.
how about that?
That was crazy.
IU also off this week, 3-4. Purdue off this week. Trine off this week, and Central Michigan off this week. We'll get back to Central Michigan in a minute. And he just falls on the ball. He must have lost control of the snap there. But back to our thought here. Central Michigan 3-5, but the story outside of football surrounds the newest signee for the Chips. Exciting news from the Bruni household. John, you want to comment on that?
Down and goal.
Yes, Jolene Bruni is going to be a Chip. So Central Michigan has got a great recruit coming up there. We're excited to see what she's going to do tearing it up on the CMU campus.
And I tell you, Ken Fillmore must be very proud hearing that.
Absolutely. Go Chips.
All right. So we got a new Chips fan, a couple new Chips fans here in Steuben County. There's a give to Hollers up the middle, cuts back, and he is in for the score. And
I got one thing to say. Holla
is in the end zone.
Holla is in the front, not Holla in the back. So he's in the front of the end zone on that play. So, well, I tell you.
Dr. K. Dr. K it's the man of a million one-liners.
Something like that. Well,
our lips are frozen, so we're stuttering when we speak, folks.
Well, here comes the extra point try. Hobson. It's up. Almost blocked.
Extra point is good.
And no flag has the we had the little Euro flop there by Hobson, but the officials saying, "Nah, I'm not going to throw the flag on that one." I think maybe the officials are about ready to give up on the flags too, hopefully. It's 58-19. We're going to keep it right here, folks. Just want to let you know, big thanks to all our sponsors for FremontEaglesFootball.com. This broadcast is powered by the Computer Station.
Jim Weber.
If your computer is sick or injured, head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street. That's Jim Weber right across from Gaze in downtown Fremont, 495-9800. Also, thanks to our pregame sponsor, Musson Builders, our halftime show sponsor, Chuck Custom Concrete. And in a little while, folks, you'll have our postgame show somewhere around 3, 4 in the morning. The Powers Automotive post-game show. Big or small, we do it all. Call Dave Powers at 104 South Baum Street. 104 South Baum, 495-3333. That's 495-333-3.
Good call. Good call, Dr. K. I love it.
And here's the kick. Hobson. And that cold piece of pigskin taken at the 20-yard line. A big run. Oh, he breaks through on the hop. Nice big hop past Hobson. Laskaliak trying to make something happen. I like it. I like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. That cold ball is not traveling very far.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so we've got ourselves the Fremont Eagles, a 1st and 10 at about the 39-yard line.
I say bring back the barefoot kicker days. I like that. Good old barefoot kick.
I'm not sure I want to kick barefoot in 30-degree weather.
Oh, you got to man up, bro.
All right, you go first and I'll be second.
All right, I'm in.
After the game. Post-game? Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure about this. All right.
Or I may just go home and sit in front of the fire.
I think I'm with you on that, bro. All right, here we go. There's a give up the middle. Gain of about 3 yards before the pile stops him. That would be Beatty Juice.
He's going to be spotted down.
A big shout out to our sponsors for the players of the game, the Submit Strength players of the game, home of premium quality strength equipment. Check them out at www.submitstrength.com. And John, you have a book for sale over there, Neuromass.
Yes, there's an Amazon bestseller on that website. So you want to check out that Amazon bestseller on submitstrength.com. Also some great neuro products to take your game to the next level.
Indeed, indeed. Check it out. Oh, big fumble. And the haymaker. Oh, there we go. A late flag on the play. You know, and that's the thing, too.
That's helmet to helmet. That's not only late, but it's helmet to helmet. It wasn't intentional. That's the thing. It's the momentum, but you've got to call it both ways.
I agree. And it's another one of those plays where, you know, in all honesty, I truly believe that it was just momentum on the play. But in this day and age of helmet to helmet and concussions and this kind of stuff, you know, they're going to call that every single time, whether you did it on purpose or not.
And he is really shaken up on that play. Really shaken up. So hopefully he's going to be all right.
All right, and so we're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Fremont Eagles football at FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network Channel 20.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
The Computer Station, sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont, 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net. All right, folks, we are back. The injured player was number 5, Caleb Hayes. He's very wobbly. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back in the game. But here's the thing, John. Bryce Schuler, the number 2 quarterback, is out as well. He had a fainting episode earlier this week, and the doctor did not clear him. He's out for at least a week, which does not bode well. So now that means we have another quarterback in the game, and it's going to be number 7. Here's a run by Beatty Juice. Oh, big hit. Big hit on that play.
Beatty carries the ball for Fremont
and number 7
35-yard line.
As I believe
makes the stop.
That is, I don't have a roster. Oh, I think that's Pelham.
Gain of 2 on the play.
I think Jake Pelham is our emergency quarterback here playing.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's nice. You know, hey, hand the ball. I mean, you got a lot of weapons around you, a lot of support. You know, he'll be all right.
I believe he's got 4 interceptions on the year on defense, so he's been the doctor of the defense. So now he's got to play a little offense here. Let's see what happens. Almost like a Wildcat, like you were mentioning a moment ago. And certainly, look at that play. Nice job. Pelham on the keeper.
And that's what we were talking about in the break. Hey, why not just do, you know, when you've got a backup quarterback, run a little Wildcat. You know, you're going to make something happen. You know, fresh legs, get something going.
Well, I tell you, you know, it sure seems to me like they're trying to position Pelham in as the number 2 quarterback next season. I think they've kind of preliminarily tabbed Bryce Schuler as the number 1 guy going into next season. But, you know, the way I always look at it is you have to earn your stripes. And I would have the feeling that if it's going to be between Pelham and Schuler, they're going to have a playoff of sorts in the spring train or in the summer training there.
Yeah, the good old days of 2-a-days. Love those. There's
Pelham, nice job. And we got another flag.
Pelham on the quarterback.
And then we've got, what the heck?
Down to the 37-yard line.
Brad Owen again.
But I don't think the official saw that one, so we dodged the bullet on that one, but I don't know what the other flag's going to be.
We got some folks just losing their heads here. This is not good.
No, that's just not. I mean, especially when you got a backup quarterback, you got to be smart and help out.
Unsportsmanlike against Fremont.
Ejection?
And the player has been ejected from the game.
Yeah. And I think that's Brad Owen.
What's he supposed to do?
So, anyway, you know, tough thing for Brad Owen. Very upset. Rough game tonight. He very emotional player for the Eagles, and in most cases he has been the driving force on defense. But tonight, just very frustrated and allowed his frustration to take the best of him. We've got 10 seconds left before the end of the third quarter here, and now that makes it 3rd and 16.
Yeah, so this definitely is a heartbreaker so far here in the second half for the Eagles. Just sad way to end your senior year. And we got a fumble, and it looks like Southwood has recovered it. Folks, it just seems to be not Fremont's night right now. Not much that can be said. It's very disappointing. We're going to take a break here at the end of the quarter. You're watching Fremont Eagles football on FremontEaglesFootball.com.
we are back. And the first play of the fourth quarter. And nice drag down. Good job.
Hollers keeps the ball.
And that's number 26,
He's tackled by
Brock'em Sock'em Baker offering the hand up
49-yard
for Hollers.
That's gonna be a
Hollers
loss
chose
of
not to
about
take it,
3
but
on the play.
I like the sportsmanship shown there by number 26. It'll be second down and 12.
And it looks to me like Caleb Hayes may be returning to this game. I saw them running the concussion test down there where they see if you can trace with your eyes, and it looks like he passed. I'm not 100% sure, but he's looking like he's feeling a lot better. You know, it'd be awful hard not to – yeah, maybe he is not going to be coming back. We'll find out here. And Holla has the ball, and he's tripped up and does a little roll and gets some yardage out of it. But glad he was tripped up over the white line there, because if he hadn't, he would have been to –
Tackled by
he
Yarrington.
would have been to the house.
I tell you,
At the
Coach
40-yard
Foster
line.
really liked something he saw there.
Third down and
I
5.
love it. That's what I like to see.
love about Coach Foster. He's always coaching them up. It doesn't matter what the score is. He's always giving 110%, and I love that about Coach Foster.
We call him Hanna-Barbera because he's so animated.
I dig it. Man,
Nice run. Good pile move there. It's close to a
Hollers
first.
on the
I think
quarterback
it's
seat.
short.
Tackled at the
And that's going to
37-yard
be
line.
a third and
Donovan made
fourth
the stop
down,
for Fremont.
and maybe one Tater with the stop.
Tater with the stop, folks. Love to see Tater getting in there. A big game for him tonight. It's fourth, and they're going to go for it. This could be a
Fourth
big
down
stop
and
for
a long
Fremont.
yard.
I mean, you're looking for anything right now that you can hang your hat on. This would be a great stop here if Fremont can get them.
Tater salad. Fourth down, they're going for it. All right, so they are in Fremont territory, though. They're going to go for a halfback pass, and incomplete. So it'll be a turnover
Pass is
on downs.
incomplete
Nice
on
try
4th
by
and 1.
Hollers, but
And Fremont will take over
you
on
know,
downs.
what do you think about that? You're going for a halfback pass when you're up by a lot of points. You're up by 40 points. I'm not really sure about that, but you know what? On the other side, hey, you got to stop them. If you're on defense, you got to stop them, and they were effective at doing it.
And some of this is I think the bad blood of all these personal fouls, all the shoving and all this extracurricular. That a lot of times gets in the heads of the coaches, too, where they're like, okay,
Trying to make a point.
Yep. Absolutely.
Just trying to make a point. And, they made their point, although they didn't get the points. So Fremont takes the ball.
I mean, you could still throw the ball, but, get the first down first. I was shocked.
Well, they were trying to throw them off guard. I think, they might say, well, we weren't trying to run it up. We're just trying to catch them off guard. We saw something we thought we liked, and we went for it. Well, anyway, the defense certainly did a good job there of wrapping up.
Beatty takes the
Beatty
ball, and
Juice.
it's tackled at the
It's going to be a
34-yard
loss of
line.
about 2 on the play, so
That's a loss
second
of
and
about
12.
3 yards on the
Try to
play.
check a
Kirk
few other
made the
scores
tackle.
here on the Twitterverse.
Second down
Catch
and
up with that in a
13.
minute. Only 62 new tweets. I guess I need to be checking it a little more often here. Here we go, second and 12. Whoa, we have a score down in Southern Wells. Southern Wells defeats Howe 67-0.
And on that I say,
Wow,
how did that happen?
nice one. And, look at
Beatty
this.
carries the ball once again.
They also
He's gonna
say
be
they will
hit at the
travel to Southwood
33-yard
next
line,
Friday night.
which will be
The
a
game's
long
not even
yard
over
line.
yet.
Boo on that.
Bring up
The game is not decided, folks.
Yeah.
Third and long.
Yep. It is tough. I mean, when you're trailing by almost 40 points, I guess it could happen. But at any rate, we're trying to check on some of the other scores here tonight.
At some point, you got to think Southwood's worried about keeping their guys healthy.
Yeah, I think so too. At some point you got to say, okay, we're done with making a point. Let's just go and keep our guys healthy here. We do have another score in another sectional. Busco 2A. Or is that 3A? 2A. Busco defeats Eastside 28-13. So Busco keeps the run going. Oh, big throw, but overthrows number 30, Lascawe. That's going to bring up fourth down. Try to find a few other scores here. Here's a big one in 2A. Woodland 57, Central Noble 26 in the fourth. And, Central Noble, it's such a tough thing. Central Noble, their first win after 30 consecutive losses against Howe a few weeks ago. But, they really are an improved team despite the fact that they've just struggled in getting in the win column. Try to get a few other scores here. We do have a final. We'll get to that in a moment. Here's a throw by Hayes. Complete to Sickling, and that's going to be a gain of about 10, but not enough for the first down. So Southwood will take over on downs. Here's our final. Angola 21, DeKalb 7. So the Hornets advance with the absolute, I would have to say, in their draw, that was a luscious draw for the Hornets.
People thought the Hornets were going to get upset there, and so that's an interesting thing that the Hornets were able to pull that one out.
Yeah, indeed. Well, let's see. Angola, they've won. So we heard a few boo birds out here for the Angola score. Since Angola won, they are traveling next week for sure. They will either be at Northridge or Fort Wayne Dwenger, and the winner of that game is predicted to win the sectional. So Angola is going to definitely have their hands full next week.
Now, Southwood is going to put in some new jerseys here, going to keep some guys healthy, and so
Timeout,
be a chance for Fremont really to dial something up here at the end of the game.
All right, so Southwood's going to put some fresh jerseys in. We are going to keep it right here. John, let's talk a little bit about some college football action going on this weekend. Here's a few games of interest for the local fans. Ball State 7-1. How about the Cardinals? They're at Akron. They're only 2-6 on ESPN. The Trace at high noon tomorrow. Miami of Ohio. They've had a tough year. 0-7. They're at Ohio and at 2 o'clock. The Battle of I-75, John. Toledo at Bowling Green. That's always a big matchup in Northwest Ohio. Toledo has won the last 3 battles for that trophy, formerly known as the Peace Pipe. I wonder why they changed the name. I'm kind of shocked by that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of political correctness going on. You see that in the NFL today, too. Yeah.
So now they call it the Battle of I-75 trophy. Well, oh well. Western Michigan 0-8 against Massachusetts 1-6. That should be a barn burner. And Eastern Michigan at number 18 Northern Illinois 7-0. How about this? The Huskies are on their way to another controversial BCS bowl bid. They simply have to finish in the top 16, and they're in maybe in the Orange Bowl again. Yep. So we'll see about that. We'll get to some Big Ten stuff here in just a moment as we get to second down and about 8 after the short run.
The ball, and he's tackled by Logan Peel.
Try to find some Logan Peel with the stop.
Yard line. Gain of 2
Try to get some
play,
more scores here. Let's see here. East Noble wins their game tonight, 55-21 over Northwood. East Noble, as one of my former students plays on that team. Manny was his name. Good kid. Let's see what the play is here. 2nd and 8.
We got a fresh team out there, so they're looking for miscommunications here.
Nice run.
Runs the ball
on the carry, number 25. I like how you said that. Fresh bodies in there.
It's starting to get a little chilly, bro. It's starting to really get chilly at this point.
3rd down and 4.
Yeah.
Post-game show won't be the longest one we've had, folks. We're doing a lot of post-game right now.
Yeah. I tell you what, a hot tub sounds really nice right about now. Holy mackerel. Oh, my goodness, it's cold. I think the temperature has dropped to near 20, closer to 20 than 30 probably at this point here, folks. Third down, yeah, big key play for defense here. Oh, huge hit! Tater salad with the hit. Nice job.
The ball and he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Excellent job of stopping that offensive attack there. Love to see that. We just brought the smack there.
Schlabenaka.
To stop for Fremont.
Well, here's some other games we got going on, folks. How about this one? Michigan State at Illinois. The Spartans are in first place in the Big Ten Legends Division, yet they remain unranked in the BCS. Is that shocking or not, John?
Not shocking at all. It's not.
All right. Unbiased. All right, here's the kick. It hits at the 5-yard line. No, it hits out of bounds, so they're going to mark it.
Goes out of bounds.
Let's see. He runs down to the 5, and then he walks back up to the 9-yard line.
And we'll spot it at the 10-yard line. And
1st and 10 for the Eagles.
From that point.
Here's another one. How about this, John? This is kind of wild. Notre Dame 5-2 at Air Force 1-6. That's at 5 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. The Irish relegated to the depths of the cable channel lineup, which is surprising despite the Falcons' record.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, where is this network even found? They were having to tell where to find it on DirecTV and Dish and Live. I don't know if a lot of people have it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. CBS Sports Network, folks, for that one.
It couldn't happen to a better team.
John, definitely not a fan of the Irish. Penn State 4-2 at Ohio State, number 4 ranked in the BCS, 7-0. That's the big primetime 8 p.m. game on ABC tomorrow night. And then Slippery Rock at Edinburgh at high noon tomorrow. Get a little more on Slippery Rock here in a moment, John. Let's see. Kind of a broken play there. It's going to bring up second down. I don't think there's any gain on the play there. John, I don't know if you heard the news about Slippery Rock. Check this out. They just announced that the Rockies will play host to Mercyhurst at the Big House in Ann Arbor next October. How about that? Slippery Rock is going to be playing in the house of the Wolverines.
Well, they've been announcing the scores for that team for years. It's always everybody's been wanting to see Slippery Rock. Bring them to the Big House. But, a lot of these games are going to change, in the future with the whole new playoff system coming. Condoleezza Rice is not a fan of these cupcake games.
No. But I will say, is that picked off? No, it's incomplete.
It's incomplete.
Yeah, but that's actually not.
10.
It's not Michigan against Slippery Rock.
I know. Yeah,
Okay. All right. You're just making a different point. I got you.
In general, Michigan has had some interesting things, as far as who they've played in the past, and those schedules are going to be changing. So, but it's exciting to bring them to the Big House. They've been announcing them for years, but the days of playing cupcake teams are going to be over. So, added attraction to the Big House, Slippery Rock.
Do you think that the Slippery Rock team will bring 100,000 Wolverine fans to the house?
I seriously doubt that.
But I bet they have maybe a pretty large crowd compared to what they normally host in Pennsylvania.
For sure.
All right, well, we'll see how that goes next year. Here's the give to. That's Beatty Juice, I believe, or is that Brockham Sock'em? Nice run. That's a first down for the Eagles. And let's see, who was that masked man? I think at this point, John goes, and the clock stops. I think that's all we care about at this point. It's like,
tackled by Kersey
it's
at the 32-yard
cold.
line. That'll be enough for a Fremont first down.
First down.
Don't get me wrong. It's exciting, but it's just this whole idea of you trying to get some mojo, something going, and it just seems like, man, the
clock keeps stopping. It's tough. It is tough. Try to get.
We'll spin it any way we got to spin.
Yeah, any way we can spin it here, folks. Here's a play, and he squeezes out. That was Beatty Juice. He gets out to the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
So let's take a look at a little NFL action, John.
That's a gain of
How about this game? This will be an interesting game. The Dallas Cowboys 4-3 at Detroit 4-3, 1 p.m. on Fox. What do you think about that one?
It's a crucial game for both teams. It's been the talk of ESPN and everything. I'm picking the Lions to have a big day. Way back, you remember the days when the Lions faced the Cowboys in the playoffs and were just unstoppable? It's one of those days needs to come.
Yep. And Calvin Johnson, he's been a little bit rubbery, a little bit bruised up and banged up. Had a great game last week, and I think he'll be in full force next week. So we'll see how that turns out. Check out another game or two here in a minute. Big run up the middle there's Brockham, Sock'em. Baker cuts back at the 50, the 45, and breaks a few more tackles before being brought out at the 43-yard line. Nice job for Brocky.
He runs hard all the way down.
Great run there by Brock Baker. Excitement personified, folks, on a huge run down to the 43.
All right, nice job for number 26. It's the
line.
ball at
That'll
the
be a
42,
for
first
the
down,
Eagles.
4 minutes. I think he ran out of bounds. The clock will stay stopped with 4 minutes left exactly. Cleveland at Kansas City. Do you think the Browns can pull off the big upset of the 7-0 team in Arrowhead?
I'd love to see that. Just because I'm always for the underdog no matter who it is. I was for the underdog Kansas City going undefeated, but now I want to see them get upset.
That's 1 p.m. on CBS. Chicago and Indianapolis, both teams off next week. So, nice little run there. Brocky, nice block there, and he gets to have a first down and more. Brought out at the 26-yard line. Nice job. Number 26 out at the 26. So,
That's a
How about
gain of
this?
About 15 yards. Nice
Speaking
run
of
by Baker.
big plays, how about the huge win for Andrew Luck and the Colts beating the undefeated Denver Broncos and Peyton
down,
Manning on
Fremont.
Sunday night? I was really shocked by that. Actually, the score was closer than it really was. The Broncos took it one on the chin, ended up only losing by 7, but it was over pretty early, it seemed like to me.
Especially because the week before, Indy did not look good at all.
Yeah.
So,
The Broncos looked great.
yeah, absolutely. So it was a shocker.
Well, there's
Baker
a
carries the ball once again for the Eagles.
to the well once too often there as number 26
He's tackled
wrapped
by
up
Keller
after a
at the
2 yards
25
gain.
yard line.
You know, the
That's a gain of
Eagles,
2.5.
here's the thing, John. They're not
We'll
going to
call
win
it
the ball
second down
game.
and 7.
It's going to be a really tough ending for these seniors who, 2 years in a row, a lot of people thought that this senior, when they were juniors last year and seniors this year, had some great chances to win a sectional championship. That's been their goal all year long, and unfortunately they run into a tough Southwood team 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I mean, this is the year everybody thought they would definitely win the sectional. We've got all kinds of talent. We can get a touchdown here. It's been broken up. But,
it's an
they're going to
Pass
call
is
interception. That's discouraging.
Ball makes the interception for Southwood.
That is tough. The ball, the thing is, he did not have control of it. And when he came down, it happened to just kind of
And that's
land
where the
in
Knights
his
will take
belly and
over
he just put his
first and
hands
10.
around it. I don't think he really had control of it, but the ball never hit the ground, so it's an interception.
It's an interception. I really thought it was a broken up pass, but he came down with it. So definitely discouraging night here for the Eagles. You would think that Southwood will just get a couple things going here and then try and run out the clock here. So definitely discouraging night. I know the kids have to be heartbroken. Not the game they thought they were going to have tonight, but still proud of our Eagles as always. Eagles fans up here, and still have lots of fans here left supporting, and never say die, Fremont Eagles.
Indeed. Oh, nice big hit and bring down by big 1-6.
Burleer carries the ball, and he's tackled at the 18-yard line. Rabel makes the tackle for Fremont. Loss of 2
Austin
yards on
Rabel.
the play. It'll be second down and 12 for the Knights.
With the bring down. I'm glad to see little Rabel out there playing football this year. And, I saw him a little bit on the JV side of the ball earlier this season. Talking about some of these Eagles that are coming up here, we've got Jake Pelham, sophomore. We've still got LaRose and Laskowiak as the wide receivers. They'll be coming back with more experience as juniors next year. So, Fremont's definitely got some things to look forward to next season.
Matt Cox carries the ball.
The future looks bright for your Fremont
Line of
Eagles.
scrimmage. Loss
For
of
sure.
2 or 3 yards on the play. That's going
1:17 to go. And I believe
Baker
the
makes
Southwood
stop for Fremont.
coaching staff is just instructing their freshmen and sophomore players to just, let's run the ball, burn the clock, try to finish this over and finish it off. Want to thank again our sponsors, the Computer Station. If your computer is sick or tired, head to the infirmary at 114 West Toledo Street. Jim Weber, the lead doctor on staff, 495-9800. Jim Weber. Oh, and he fell down. Yeah, he slipped and fell on his knee, so that's going to
Cox
end that
slips and
play.
falls.
Also, big shout out to
He's gonna
Musson
spot it
Builders,
down at the
old-time
11-yard
craftsmanship,
line.
new-time technology. Give Jack Musson a
That's
call,
gonna bring up fourth
833-5225.
And long
Jack Musson does
for
some
the Knights.
phenomenal work. If you haven't had a chance to see some of the homes he's worked on, folks, you're missing it because this guy does it all. If you need if you're looking at a remodel, if you're looking at a new home, no matter where it's at, out in the country, out on the lakes, give Jack Musson a call, 833-5225. He is the best of the best in Northeast Indiana. Indeed, the same goes for Chuck's Custom Concrete for all your concrete needs, 705-8630, Chuck McDowell. As the clock hits 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fremont Eagles season is over, but not without a valiant effort tonight here at Max Mitchell. Southwood victorious in the first round of Sectional 43 action. They defeat the Eagles 58-19, and we'll be back in just a few moments with the Submit Strength Players of the Game and the Powers Automotive post-game show. We'll take a break right after this. The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont, 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
All right, folks, we are back at Max Mitchell Sports Complex here in Fremont. The final score, the Eagles come up short tonight as the Southwood Knights win 58-19. You know, Southwood took a really quick 31-0 lead, and it looked like, boy, they were never going to look back. But, you know, the Eagles in the second quarter really stepped up. They scored 3 touchdowns in short order, and they made a game of it. But as the game progressed on, Southwood continued to chip away at the Eagles' resolve and made the score look much more lopsided than I think it actually was in winning, again, 58-19. What do you have to say about the Eagles' performance tonight, John?
Well, again, I think we came out and just couldn't get our wheels. We just couldn't get traction going tonight. You know, we had high hopes. You know, for many of you know, this was the year we really thought we would bring home the sectional championship, and just could not get things running tonight. Southwood, I think, was probably a much better team than we had anticipated. We knew they'd be good, but we didn't realize they would be able to have the kind of momentum that they were able to get right off the get-go. I'm proud, though, that the Eagles never gave up. You know, they had some great plays that kind of turned things around for a while. It was a new ball game for a little bit, and so we're excited about that, which kind of leads us into the submit strength play of the game, which is going to be obviously that big scoop and score that was so exciting and just really brought the crowd to their feet, gave the team a tremendous lift. They were so excited, and it really turned the tide for a moment. Fremont really started to make some things happen, got some passing going, got some scoring going, had some trickeration, all kinds of stuff, and so props to that. That's the never say die, submit strength, play of the game, scoop and score from your Fremont Eagles.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a great play. You know, when you look back on this season, you know, unfortunately Fremont only had 2 wins, but they had a couple nice wins. They had the win against Central Noble, and then they had that big double overtime thriller against Southern Wells. And, you know, you look back at some of the other games, they played well, just couldn't make it work out. Of course, West Noble last week played 3.5 quarters of excellent ball, but a couple silly mistakes or bad mistakes towards the end of the game, unfortunately. And then you had 2 weeks ago in the big rivalry game against Angola. It doesn't matter. When you play Angola, you want to give it your all, and I know the boys really gave it the best shot, but came up just short in that one also. But, you know, as we finish up here, just want to say, you know, congratulations and great job on great effort throughout the season from the Fremont Eagles team, John.
Yeah, great season, Fremont Eagles. And as the cheerleaders say, so does the crowd and the coach. Are you proud to be an Eagle? Yes, we are.
That's what I like to hear. All right, one last shout-out to our sponsors, the Computer Station, Musson Builders, Chuck's Custom Concrete, Powers Automotive, Submit Strength, and Beams Funeral Home. For the coach, John Bruni, and for Tim Carey, the cameraman, and Tiny also, who helped us throughout the year. Big shout-out to Tiny as well. We want to say thank you again to Trent Lewis as well for the broadcast, the opportunity here. It's been a great season. We'll look forward to seeing you next year, ladies and gentlemen. Fremont, again, falls in the sectional opener 58-19, and we're going to say sayonara for tonight and sayonara for the season. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Have a great night. and we'll see you soon. Take care.